It's the 35th annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. Now, here's WTOV9 Sports' Don Sloan and Ryan Recker.
And you're looking live at Wheeling Island Stadium, ready for some football tonight. The 2006 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic, presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. Hello again, everybody. Don Sloan alongside my partner, Ryan Recker. And Ryan, the OVAC game, one of the great traditions here in the Ohio Valley. And it means not only a game tonight, but it means football practice and the football season right around the corner.
And what a perfect night for football here, Don. Temperatures in the 70s. There's a little breeze. Everyone gearing up for tonight's big game. And perfect is the way that each head coach, Rick Goodrich and Eric Meek, would like to describe their roster, their choosing of the roster. Rick Goodrich, Don, had the luxury of picking from no less than 1/3 of his roster was at one time or another a first-team All-State selection in Ohio. This is one of the most talented Ohio rosters that we've seen in this game, but of course games not won on paper, to dig into the old cliches.
And a guy that a lot of folks talking about, the quarterback from Bellaire, Nate Davis. He'll be quarterbacking the Ohio team, and one of the guys who'll want to look to, Willie Walker of Harrison Central. I think those two could be a big key tonight.
That's what everybody's looking for, but not to be overlooked is the potent running attack. Zach Harrott of Steubenville Catholic Central, Buddy Hines of Barnesville. Both of those guys ran for over 1,500 yards last season in 2005. Also something to look for is the front for Ohio defensively. Ty Hess and Justin Tollett will be the ends from Bellaire and Shadyside, respectively. Their first-team All-Staters. Gino Augustini gets the look at nose guard.
And with West Virginia, Eric Meek, their head coach, and a lot of Weir High flavor on that team.
Yes, absolutely. Eric Meek will employ Brandon Sperlazza to be his starting quarterback. He's going to use a 3-quarterback rotation, which is pretty interesting when you look at this game. Brandon Sperlazza will start. Jason Pyle of Linsly will then play the next series. And then Josh Sims of Magnolia, an outstanding athlete who will also play some defense, will come in on that third series. And I think from that, they're going to see how their offense gels from those first 3 series, and then they'll go from there.
Let's head across the field and check in with the other members of our team, Eric Miner and Natalie Pastorelli.
Hey guys, thanks a lot very much for setting us up with the X's and O's. Natalie and I are kind of here to be scene setters. We're going to describe the action for you, and as the Ohio players come out on the field, you can feel that electricity.
We'll be doing live interviews, everybody from the cheerleaders, team members, to our sponsors.
And, of course, the head coaches will be able to give you a little inside football as we show you exactly what you might see. We're going to ask the coaches, hey, what kind of play are you going to call? Who's going to get the ball on this down? We're going to bring it all to you with our live coverage. Let's go back over to the other guys on the sideline. Ryan and Don, back to you.
And thanks a lot, Eric. We'll be back with more live from Wheeling Island Stadium in the OVAC All-Star Football game after this. And welcome back live to Wheeling Island Stadium for the Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Classic. And it's more than just a game, it's really an all-star week. You've got the Queen of Queens, the Evening with the Stars, the pep rally, and everything kicked off back on Monday.
It kicked off Monday with the press conference at West Liberty State College, and in the midst of that press conference was a very exciting announcement. The annual press conference for the Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic was held Monday afternoon on the campus of West Liberty State College, and it kicked off with an exciting announcement as it was revealed that WTOV9 and Sky Bank have agreed to be the first ever presenting sponsors of the All-Star Gala. With more on the new partnership, here's Sky Bank Regional President Jay Zada.
First year as a sponsor for the OVAC, we're thrilled to be a partner in this activity, week-long events of not only just the football game, which is extremely exciting, but the band and the cheerleaders, just a great event. It's a unique event for us because we have branches located in just about every one of the school districts that participate in this event. I couldn't think of a better fit.
Now, the OVAC All-Star Game, an Ohio Valley tradition, and it's something that kids grow up here in the Valley dreaming of playing in this football game, and a number of those kids, Ryan, got a chance to play on this field today.
Yeah, just a few hours ago here was a free youth football clinic, third year for it for the OVAC, and here are some of the highlights of it.
Squat.
Earlier this afternoon, the OVAC held its third annual free youth football clinic presented by Subway right here at Wheeling Island Stadium. The clinic was led by Mark Nardoni, head football coach at Wheeling Park High School.
We break them into the younger kids, 6, 7, and 8-year-olds, and they're working offense right now, and the older kids are working on defense, and we put them in their individual groups. So you have the quarterbacks working with the quarterback coach and the running backs with the running back coach. So they're going to learn a little bit, and we'll play a game at the end and have some fun.
Also helping with the clinic was the new head football coach at Bethany College, Tim Weaver.
I think the two things we can tell these young kids is, one, that the academic part of it's the most important and that I can't get involved with them down the road unless they do a good job in school. And the second thing for all these young kids today, I think, is staying focused. They got a million things going on in their life, and whether it's football practice, baseball practice, piano practice, or class, whatever they're doing at that time, if they can stay focused, that'll help them more than anything else, staying focused on their task.
And this morning's youth clinic, definitely a great event for the young football players. We'll be back with more live coverage of the Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic after this. And we're joined by Bill Eilenfeld and Zach Abraham of the OVAC Radio Network, and a very exciting year coming up with you guys. A good schedule of 8 games coming up.
Yeah, we start tonight, and then August 24th, Bellaire at Wheeling Park right here at this same field. We end with Bellaire and Martins Ferry. Got a lot of great games in between, up and down the river, on ESPN Radio 1290 and 1340.
And 8 of those games, Ryan, are also games that we have on the WTOV9 Game of the Week.
Yeah, they mirror those games, and part of the broadcast crew is a guy that played in this OVAC game back in 1990, Zach Abraham. You've been in the booth there for a few years. You like this type of work, don't you?
Absolutely. It keeps me in the game, and we're excited to be on ESPN Radio this year. And it's an exciting partnership of the OVAC, and the fans around the High Valley will certainly enjoy it.
Again, you can hear the game tonight on ESPN Radio 1290 as well as 1340. That's both on the AM dial.
And let's take a look at the starting lineup at the players for the West Virginia All-Star squad.
Brandon Sperlazza, quarterback, Weir High. Daywan Smith, plays safety, Weir High. Josh Sims, quarterback, Magnolia High School.
Travis Goddard, wide receiver, defensive back, Joe Marshall.
Jason Pyle, quarterback, Linsly School.
Ronnie Green, cornerback, Wheeling Park.
Eric Baker, DN, Wheeling Central.
Andy Kotzen, free safety, Joe Marshall.
Matt Saran, wide receiver, defensive back, Weir at Madonna High School.
Devin Hewitt, tailback, middle linebacker, Joe Marshall High School.
Rick Pugh, tight end, Brook High School.
Michael Buffa, middle linebacker, Weir High.
Joshua Smith, running back, outside linebacker, Weir High.
Ryan Cadgett, running back, Brook.
Tyler Jiven, outside linebacker, Linsly School.
Matt Miller, fullback, Wheeling Central High School.
Joe Risden, middle linebacker, Bishop Donahue.
Tom Borman, offensive line, Brook.
Brian Owen, O-line, D-line, Oakland.
Brett Traylor, offensive defensive tackle, and I'm from Wheeling Park.
Bill Zavatsky, D-line, kicker, Linsly.
Josh Lang, guard, D-tackle, Weir High.
John Doskowski, offensive guard, defensive tackle, Linsly School.
Pat Respect, Wheeling Central, offensive tackle, defensive tackle.
Sean Neff, wide receiver, defensive back, the Tyler Consolidated High School.
Andrew B., tight end, defensive end, Cameron.
Billy Irwin, wide receiver, defensive back, Wheeling Park.
Chris Nemeth, fullback, linebacker, Brook.
Zach Snyder, wide receiver, Magnolia High.
Zach Elchie, tight end, defensive end, Valley High School.
Junior Yates, defensive end, fullback, the Tyler Consolidated.
Danny Vogel, running back, outside linebacker, John Marshall High School.
So there you have it, the rosters from the West Virginia All-Stars. You see them lined up for tonight's national anthem. Let's now meet the Ohio All-Stars.
Nate Davis, quarterback, Blair High School.
Casey Orndorff, Ferry High School, wide receiver.
Kyle Warden, defensive back, Cambridge.
Jim Bowersock, fullback, Beaver Local.
Andrew Bobka, cornerback, Blair High School.
JJ Kuczynski, quarterback, defensive back, the Steubenville Catholic Central High School.
Ty Hess, defensive end, Bellaire.
Kyle Winland, receiver, Meadowbrook High School.
Sean West, defensive back, Indian Creek High School.
Bud Hines, tailback, Barnesville High School.
Sean Lively, inside linebacker, Shenandoah High School.
Zach Hallrott, tailback, cornerback, the Steubenville Catholic Central High School.
Demeatrus Benjamin, middle linebacker, fullback, the Steubenville Big Red.
Eric Francis, running back, linebacker, St. Clairsville High School.
Jeremy Presley, running back, linebacker, the Steubenville Big Red.
Johnny Jones, tight end, linebacker, Cambridge High School.
Caesar Hawkins, defensive end, Indian Creek High School.
Eric Gilmore, tackle, the Steubenville Big Red.
Greg Verevic, center, Buckeye Local.
Corey Hastings, offensive tackle, Barnesville High School.
Shane Clark, linebacker, guard, Ferry High School. John Horn, guard, Shenandoah High School.
Justin Tollett, defensive end, Shadyside High School.
Gino Augustini, Harrison Central, defensive lineman.
Lyle Burkhart, wide receiver, Shadyside, Ohio. Jeremiah Heiderman, guard, Edison High School.
Ralph Petrella, guard, the Steubenville Big Red.
Justin Brittenell, tackle, Cambridge High School.
JJ Savage, wide receiver, Buckeye Trail High School.
Stephen Rose, kicker, punter, Steubenville Big Red.
Willie Walker, Harrison Central, wide out.
Corey Dowdy, wide receiver, Bridgeport High School.
Eddie McConnell, nose guard, Monroe Central.
And we remind you that the 2006 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic is presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank and brought to you in part by the law offices of David J. Scarpone, McDonald's, and M-Star at the Ohio Valley Medical Center and East Ohio Regional Hospital. Let's now listen in to the national anthem presented by the McDonald's All-Star Band. The McDonald's All-Star Band doing the honors tonight to honor America. And one of the new features here to the OVAC All-Star Football Game, of course presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank, is this interactive part where the fans are going to pick the MVP, the Singular Wireless Fans Player of the Game. And here's how it works. Singular Wireless customers can vote for their MVP of the game by texting WV if voting for a West Virginia player, or OH if voting for an Ohio player. The number you want to text to, you see on your screen there, 678. At the prompt, reply with the jersey number of your nominated West Virginia or Ohio player, and at the end of the game, we will announce who the fans think is the player of the game. Ryan Recker, Rich Linsly up here in the booth. Don Sloan, Eric Miner, Natalie Pascarella will all join us tonight from the sidelines. A full cast here tonight as we kick off our high school football 2006 season in grand fashion on a great night for football here at Wheeling Island Stadium. You see West Virginia has taken the field. Ohio is set to do so, and we bring in Coach Linsly for some pregame analysis. Coach, you look at this Ohio roster, and at first glimpse, they are loaded from top to bottom on it. Not to take anything away from West Virginia, but by sheer numbers, year in and year out, Ohio is the favorite in this game, and West Virginia, we mentioned it earlier, is going to have to play a near-perfect game.
Right.
We think to win.
Yeah, paper doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Ohio is peppered with a lot of all-staters on its roster. Several kids have played for state championships in the state of Ohio. But on the West Virginia side, there's several kids that played for state championships over on their side of the river as well. So you can't just look at it from the standpoint of height and weight and speed and so on. Both teams playing for a lot of pride, playing for their side of the river, playing for Ohio and West Virginia. And as a result of that, anything can happen. You have to be, very, very aware of special teams play. You have to be aware of turnovers. Those types of things, could be a very, very important factor in this game, as it is in any game. So it'll be an interesting game, I think. And there's some really good kids on the West Virginia side as well.
Let's set it down to the field. Right in the middle there is Don Sloan as part of the coin toss festivities. Don?
Getting all set here for the coin toss. The captain's all shaking hands right now, and we'll take a listen.
Okay, gentlemen, you're here to represent your teams and your state tonight. Let's have a good ball game. You help us take care of business out there. We'll play the whole game with no flags. We have an honorary referee tonight, Mr. Frank Bland, who was in how many years, Frankie? Did you referee? 42 years. He's going to flip the coin. Please call it in the air. You'll let it hit the ground. Whatever comes up. Ohio is the visiting team. Call it in the air. Who's going to call it?
Tails.
Demeatrus. Number 33. Ready? Call it in the air.
It's in the air.
He called a head. It is a head. You will defer your choice. You will defer your choice, okay? You want the football. Which way do you want to go, guys? Which way do you want to kick? Away from the... Okay, flip it around here. Flip it around here and show them what we're going to do here. Okay. Ohio won the toss. They deferred your choice in the second half. West Virginia will receive.
Rusty Vermillion wearing the white cap tonight. You heard him bark out the instruction. Ohio defers, so they will kick off from left to right. West Virginia will take the football first tonight as we get set to get underway here at Wheeling Island Stadium.
I tell a relatively good crowd. West Virginia, of course, opposite us, pretty well represented on their side of the field. And looking down below us, I tell you, it's pretty well packed on the Ohio side from end zone to end zone. So, Ohio really turned out for this game, as well as West Virginia.
And we also want to welcome the folks that are watching this game around the country and around the world on WTOV9.com. First time ever that we've been able to bring you a sporting event live via the internet. What a great thing technology is, and we're happy to have those people across the seas and other parts of this country.
I might have relatives in Poland that are watching this game today.
So if anyone at home watching through the normal medium, television, has anyone out of town, you can see the game simulcast on WTOV9.com. There's Brandon Sperlazza. He's going to set to get the football here. He will get the start for West Virginia, the Weir High quarterback in this familiar offense with his head coach Eric Meek. They'll go to Jason Piles from Linsly for the second series, and then Josh Sims of Magnolia for the third series. That's their plan right now. Ohio, in the meantime, will have Nate Davis installed as quarterback. J.J. Kuczynski could also see time, but Davis is predicted to get the majority of the snaps here tonight. Needless to say, imperative, if nothing else, Coach, for West Virginia to come out, at least establish something offensively, and at least change the field position here.
Yeah, field position at the beginning of the game, well, really during the whole game, will be very, very important. I'm sure that Coach Meek told his kids that, hey, we want to get the ball out around the 50-yard line. If we have to give it up from there, then we want to put Ohio in poor field position and play the field position game. But I'll tell you, the kicker for Ohio, number 82, Steve Rose from Steubenville Big Red, I was watching him in his pregame warm-up, and he was drilling the ball into the end zone. So we'll see now that the pregame warm-up is over and the lights are on and the fans are ready to go and the clock's ready to start. We'll see whether he can do that, but he's been a very, very valuable asset for Steubenville High School last year in their march for a state championship.
It is the M-Star kickoff. Rose has it teed up, and we are underway. High kick comes down and is bobbled at the 12-yard line. Picked up there and out to about the 20. That's where West Virginia will start, as coming away with the football was Sean Neff of Tyler Consolidated. 8 yards on the return, down to the field, and Natalie Pascarella.
Hi guys, the OVAC is excited to announce that Ohio Valley Medical Center and East Ohio Regional Hospital are teaming up to be the official healthcare system for the OVACs. I'm joined now by Howard Gamble. He's the marketing director for OVMC. What do you think of this partnership? What do you think?
Oh, this is a great time for OVMC in East Ohio to partner with a great program with the OVAC and the All-Star football game.
And any predictions on this big game?
Well, personally, I'm predicting West Virginia by 3, but we have our group in Ohio, so I'll predict Ohio by 3 also.
Got his prediction right here, folks. All right, guys, back to you.
Natalie, thanks. You saw Brandon Sperlazza there for a gain of 5 on first down, so it'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 25. Gino Agostini made the stop for the Ohio defense, and that's something Sperlazza, certainly an asset he brings to the table, and he can do that in an ad-libbing role as well. If the play happens to break down, he can also take off.
And that was a run all the way. Ohio was on a blitz, and they picked up the blitz really well.
And here he goes, ad-libbing roll near the 30-yard line and out of bounds, so he'll be close to a first down.
I think he's going to have it.
So Sperlazza deciding to tuck it and run after didn't have anything on the pass, and it is a first down. Here is the West Virginia starting lineup, sponsored by the law offices of David J. Scarpone. Sperlazza with the familiar teammate Josh Smith in the backfield. Also in there is Chris Namath from Brook. Baker, a tight end out of Wheeling Central. Big play capabilities coming from DeJuan Smith, another Weir High guy. He's an explosive player in all facets of the game, offensively, defensively, and also on the special teams end. So far, so good for West Virginia. 2 plays and a first down. And they'll pitch it back to Sperlazza. One-on-one coverage, DeJuan Smith, but he's underthrown. And out there, blanketing him, was Casey Orndorff out of River.
I tell you, very good coverage that time. Casey Orndorff did not go for the fake on that little fake blast play, and then a pitch back to the quarterback again, and good coverage that time by the Ohio secondary.
The Ohio All-Stars led by those 2 ends, Hess and Tullett, both first-team All-Staters. Agostini was a first-teamer All-Stater as a junior. Benjamin and Presley from Steubenville Big Red. Benjamin, another first-team All-State guy, and an outstanding secondary as well to fill things out. And Shane Clark and Martin's Ferry in there as well. Josh Smith, nowhere to go as that front 3 penetrates the line. Yeah, there's Agostini again.
Great penetration and great lateral movement, to force that ball to the outside and get that West Virginia running back running to the sidelines instead of running north and south. So very, very good penetration that time by the Ohio defensive front. Good pursuit.
So the situation, West Virginia obviously did not want to be in a 3rd and long. Sperlazza will tuck it, and it's Agostini again tracking him down at the 35-yard line. Demeatrus Benjamin was the initial man that applied the pressure and made Sperlazza have to tuck that ball away, and now West Virginia will have to punt.
Okay, here it is on Smitty's playback, and you're going to see Sperlazza here sprinting out, and I'm sure that he's coached that if you don't see anything open, you're free to run with the ball. That's what he did. Pretty good job by the West Virginia offense, getting everybody sealed to the inside and giving him a little running room.
Here's the punt from Chris Namath. The return for Caesar Hawkins out of Indian Creek. He'll get it back near the 34-yard line. 38-yard punt from Namath, and a short return of about 7 yards for Hawkins. So
good punt
Ohio
that time by Namath.
We'll start from the 34-yard line. Let's take a look at the offense. Where do you begin? Well, with the quarterback, the most prolific passer in OVAC history, Nate Davis on there, and a lot of people are looking for the Davis to Willie Walker hookup. Since the rosters were released, that's what people have been talking about. Davis to throw it on first down, and they'll screen it. Johnny Jones of Cambridge. First down and more out to the 46.
I tell you, what a nice play and a nice call that time by Coach Goodrich to throw a middle screen on your very first play of the game, your first offensive play of the game, and that's going to slow down the rush a little bit by West Virginia, because now they know that that's in Ohio's package, so they're going to have to be very, very careful not to over-pursue.
And they'll try a slip screen. This is Willie Walker. The explosive Willie Walker across midfield into West Virginia territory, down to the 47. So back-to-back screens, and Ohio has the ball in West Virginia territory.
Ronnie Green and Josh Smith.
That time a little slip screen to the wide out, and Willie Walker does a good job of running with the football, getting the yards after the catch.
Here's a look at the West Virginia defense. A couple guys will play both sides, including Sperlazza. Mike Buffo, one of the leaders, had over 200 tackles. He was in on over 200 tackles for Weir High in the 2005 season. First carry of the night. This is Buddy Hines of Barnesville. And Buddy Hines is going to have a touchdown. 47 yards.
Wow. I'll tell you, the first 3 plays for Ohio, Eric, middle screen, slip screen, and then a counter to the tailback with a trap play to the outside.
And that's something, Don Sloan, we talked about in the outset. Everyone wanted to talk about pass, and rightfully so, but don't overlook, don't sleep on this Ohio running game.
Yeah, and Buddy Hines, I'm telling you, all year long, it's just been a standout player for the Barnesville Shamrocks, and you see it right there, Hines breaking it loose for the big touchdown.
Got a couple nice blocks downfield also from that offensive line. We can't see it on the replay who it was, but a couple of those defensive backs were taken down. Rose will now attempt the extra point.
You got water?
And a high snap, and this may be designed. They'll flip it around. This is J.J. Kuczynski. He's in for a 2-point conversion. So how about that? It's the holder, Kyle Wharton. Flips it to Kuczynski coming around. He's in for the 2, and it's 8-0 Ohio.
Buddy, what an effort. A great run by you for that score. Did anybody touch you?
I don't think so. I think I made a good cutback, but damn, I had some good blockers up there. They just took out the wall for me. It was easy on my part there.
We talk a lot about this passing game, but I think you guys showed there you can run the football a little bit. A couple screens. Were you guys trying to take advantage of the aggressiveness of this West Virginia defense?
Yeah, it was blitzing upfield pretty hard. We thought we could hit them pretty good. We did. Good pass by Nate. Good screens and everything. They took care of it and we got her done. First touchdown.
Buddy Hines of the Barnesville Shamrocks, 8-0 Ohio on top. Ryan, back up to you.
And we'll let that young man catch his breath. 3-play, 66-yard drive, 47 coming from the legs of Buddy Hines, and you add the 2-point conversion as they get J.J. Kuczynski involved there, and it's 8-0 Ohio. So West Virginia in a hole that
the 3 starters in the first 3.
They didn't obviously want to be in and could realistically ill afford to be in, but they're going to have to dig out of it to come back into this game. This is Ronnie Green up the middle. Nice return across the 30.
Excellent
and Green
return.
is now out near the 33-yard line. So good starting position for West Virginia as Green brings it back 30 yards.
It's good field position for West Virginia. Now they have to do something with it. The bulk of their offense on their first series, Ryan, was by their quarterback, Brandon Sperlazza.
And Ryan, after that first defensive series for Ohio, Demeatrus Benjamin came onto the sideline. The trainer was checking him out, had a bit of a shoulder problem, so we'll keep an eye on him. He is back out there, though.
And Jason Piles is now in at quarterback, the Linsly graduate. And they lined up in a shotgun formation, did West Virginia. And they will spend a timeout, and we will do the same. 8-0 Ohio leads here in the first quarter action on the Skybank scoreboard. We'll be back. Back at Wheeling Island Stadium following the West Virginia timeout. West Virginia, as planned, will go with Jason Piles at quarterback here on the second series, and he'll go out of a shotgun and a direct run as Piles will take it out to the 36-yard line, met immediately by Andrew Bobka, the defensive back out of Bellaire.
Okay, most of these runs by the quarterback are all designed runs, Ryan. They haven't really been running the ball because of any pressure being put on them by the Ohio defensive front and attempting to throw the ball. Those are all designed runs. And on first down, Piles picks up about 3 yards, so it'll bring up second and about 7.
Josh Smith try to cut the pitch back. Bobka's there again to meet him after
There's
a pickup
flag,
of a couple. And we may have our first infraction of the night. Rusty Vermillion, the white cap indicates a face mask. Looks to be the 5-yard variety, which will move this close to a first down. I don't believe they will have enough, though.
We'll see what signal he gives.
I think face mask, guys.
Dead ball, face mask, yes. Still short of the first down by, I'd say about 1.5 yards. Is
that first down? No.
Piles, you see there, an outstanding student as well. He's headed off to the Ivy League, Columbia University, for a bright future, we're sure, and also a football career ahead of him collegiately. So it is 3rd and 1 from the 42. And that'll be a first down. Out near midfield goes Devin Hewitt, the hard-nosed running back from John Marshall. Coach, we saw him in that Bellaire game. We saw him doing
a great game.
A number of things.
Yes.
Defensively, caught the ball out of the backfield.
Made a great catch in the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's another look on the Smitty's replay.
Here it is, just a blast play. Doesn't see anything, is able to make a nice move to the outside, runs with a little bit of power and gets some extra yards.
Nearly 5 yards
Here it is
after
from ground
initial
level.
contact.
Good job. And look at the job he does on number 14, J.J. Kuczynski up there sticking his nose in.
Ball on the ground. Piles does a nice job to regain it. And he'll be marked with a 2-yard loss back to the 48-yard line. So
fortunately, on plays like that, what you normally see is one of the offensive linemen kick the ball back into the offensive backfield. But that time it was fortunate enough Piles was able to get it because it just fell right in front of him. And he was able to recover for a loss of about 2, so it'll be 2nd and 12.
This may be the best defense for West Virginia, is try to chew up time off of that clock and try to go on long time sustained possessions. And they'll keep it on the ground. Josh Smith. And they'll carry a couple of defenders to the Ohio 46. Zach Harrott initially met him.
Good, strong run by Josh Smith, doing a nice job. They're starting to attack the outside a little bit more, Ryan. They're not trying to run inside their tackles, but trying to run from the tackles to the outside where they can utilize a little bit of their speed and get away from those big guys on the inside. Here's a look on Smitty's replay, and you're going to see just a little counter right here, just it's similar to the play that Ohio scored on. And you can see here number 32 for Ohio making a good hit, Mike Buff.
3rd and 6. Piles is sacked. Ty Hess, the sack master, as they like to call him. And how many times did we see that in the 2005 season? Countless amount of times. The leading sacker in Bellaire history.
Good job here. Watch the penetration coming. They're coming from the inside with a blitz. Forces them to the outside, and there's Ty Hess coming from the inside out, making the sack on the West Virginia quarterback, forcing them into a punting situation. Nemeth will punt. Had a good punt on the last time he had to kick, a 38-yarder. See if he can duplicate it.
So just like the first possession, as a flag comes in here, West Virginia got something going, and then Ohio quickly put a stop to that.
It's an illegal procedure call against West Virginia. Set him back 5 yards.
So Piles lost 7 on the sack, 5 more on that infraction. So they'll be punting from their own 43-yard line.
Good snap.
There's
nice high kick.
Nice spiral. Harrott brought down from behind on great coverage from Sean Neff, who tracked him down.
And I tell you, it's lucky that Sean got him by the heel, because it looked like he had a block in front of him and had a little alley up there and could have returned it for even more than what he did. But pretty decent field position for Ohio at their own 33-yard line.
29-yard punt, 6-yard return. As you mentioned, Coach,
we're looking
the 28-yard line. Go ahead, Don.
14 Wagons. We're going to play action pass, play action off. We just scored a touchdown on and try to hit a pass off of it.
Who's the target?
Tight end or deep.
That's Rick Goodrich. This is Davis out of pressure from Sims, and he couldn't complete it. The Johnny Jones, and Josh Sims is one of the outstanding athletes on this entire football field out of Magnolia. We're going to see him at quarterback here coming up, but he's an equal asset defensively, and you saw him apply the pressure there, and he's an invited walk-on headed to WVU.
Yes, and I'll tell you, he picked up so many yards for Magnolia this year, rushing and passing. And here he is right here, and you can see that Nate Davis cannot get to the outside. Sims was not full, throws the ball away.
Zach Harrod, leading rusher in Steubenville Catholic Central history. His first carry of the night. A flag comes in late for some extracurricular. And this is going to be a personal foul on Ohio, I believe.
You're right.
Ralph Petrella, the lineman from Steubenville Big Red, guilty of that infraction.
It's going to cost him 15 yards from the spot. There's a dead ball foul for it, so it'll also be loss of down. So it's going to be 3rd down and a bunch.
.445 left here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Buddy Hines, the lone score of this game, a 47-yard touchdown on Ohio's 3rd play from scrimmage. They added a 2-point conversion, and that's where we stand right now. And Ohio's in a hole, 3rd and 23 from their own 15.
Wideouts both ways.
Davis in that familiar set will step up. And he was close to stepping out of bounds, but he completes it to J.J. Savage on the run. And how many times? No, they are going to roll him out of bounds. They're going to say he was out of bounds. And we will look at this again right along the Ohio sideline.
12.5-yard line.
Okay, Don, thanks. Let's take a look at it on the Smitty's replay. See if we get it, check his feet here.
You can see he's under pressure right here. He's able to escape a little bit. Now he's trying to run. See where he is when he throws the ball. It was pretty close. The official was right there, and I'm sure he had a much better look at it than what we did from up here and even on our replay. But I'll tell you, what a great throw anyway, under a lot of duress.
I was about to say, how many times did we see that Saturday afternoons at Nelson Field? Steve Rose for his first punt of the night. Ronnie Green back just in his own territory. Nice punt. Green from his own 47.
Ooh, nice block.
Got a block, and he squirts loose to the 37 of Ohio. So West Virginia is in business after a nice defensive effort. They have their best starting field position of the night. 38-yard punt from Rose, 16 of it coming back the other way from Ronnie Green.
It was a good punt under a lot of pressure by Steve Rose, but a nice return by West Virginia. They got a great field position at Ohio's 36-yard line. Here it is right here for West Virginia, number 14, Ronnie Green. Good block coming back. And there he is. He's able to squirt through and almost.
Jason Piles remains at quarterback. Ryan Cadgett, number 30, or check that, 34, meets number 33, Demeatrus Benjamin, who stuck his helmet in there.
Ryan Cadgett, good running back from Brook High School this past year. Good, solid inside runner. Short gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 8 from just inside the 35-yard line of Ohio.
Pitch. Josh Smith in trouble.
Uh-oh, he's got some room.
He's got some daylight if he can escape Agostini, but he can't. And Gino Agostini, you understand why on that play. He was one of the outstanding linemen in all of our area, not just as a senior. He was a first-team All-Ohio guy as a junior. Watch him pursue this play, and you think that West Liberty State College is happy to land this guy.
Power pitch, and good job of forcing it back to the inside. And right there you can see West Virginia's number 33, Josh Smith, reverses his field, but look who's there to bring him down. Big number 67, Gino Agostini, 6'1", 275.
3rd and 5 from the 31. He's one of many future West Lib players on this field tonight. Piles with some time on a slant. It is
intercepted.
It is intercepted.
What a
job
play
by Sean West to pick that ball off as they were looking for the slant route with Travis Goddard, and West picks it clean, and Ohio has it back.
I'll tell you what, great position that time by Sean West. He got inside the receiver and was able to intercept that here. You can see Piles, just a short drop, and Great job that time by Sean West from Indian Creek High School. Ohio's got it back now, right outside of their own 10-yard line at about the 11.5.
Hines is back in at running back. Jimmy Bowersock is his fullback. And here's Hines for the second time tonight. And he's got room again. Cutting back and still on his feet, and he's all the way out to the 40-yard line. 23 more yards for Buddy Hines. So you add that one up, you give him 2 carries, and he has 70 yards.
Well, I tell you, he is so nifty on his feet. He does such a good job. He's got such great vision. Right here you can see there's good blocking along the perimeter. He cuts it back inside. Bowersock does a good job of kicking out. But look right here. Makes a nice cut right here, starting to pick up some blocks. It looks like he really has some daylight. Wide receivers and Diner doing their job. He stops and starts and gets it up to the 40. Great job.
Davis to Walker, and he had a face full of Travis Goddard. As soon as he caught that football, it'll be a short gain as Goddard came right up and read it and made sure Walker didn't escape him.
I tell you, good job that time. Ball was complete. Short pass gain of about 4, and but a good hit.
There you see Hines throw a touchdown onto that.
He's only averaging 35 yards a carry. What's that to brag about?
2nd and 6. There he is again. Mike Buffo will make sure that that average goes way down.
That was the same play that he scored on, Ryan, and this time West Virginia does a much better job of defending it, holds him to a short gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
So West Virginia held on 3rd down last time. We close in on 1:10 and counting here. A very quick first quarter. Don Sloan with Rick Goodrich.
Goody got 3rd and 4. We looking for the home run or just the first down?
Well, maybe get the home run. We're going to play action run off tackle, and hopefully we can get Willie backside, but we'll see.
Well, there you have it.
Goddard is locked in on Walker. Pressure. Sperlazza couldn't bring Davis down as he completes that on the run to Kyle Winland for a first down.
I tell you, West Virginia's doing a great job of forcing Davis out of the pocket, but you know, when he gets on the perimeter, he's so dangerous anyway. That was number 1, Brandon Sperlazza, coming in here, and you can see here that there's a lot of pressure. He's almost down, throws it sidearm, and completes it to his wide receiver. Good job that time by Nate Davis, Bellaire High School.
We're back here with Coach Goodrich. What do we got?
Stop and go. Stop and go. There we go. Touch.
Davis under pressure again, throws it up. Walker comes down with it at the 15-yard line.
Okay, Nate Davis has not had time to throw the football yet. That time he threw it off of his back foot about 45 yards in the air. And I'll tell you, the coverage wasn't bad, but what a great catch by the Ohio wide receiver. You can see right here, Sperlazza again. Wow, what a great play.
And Walker gets just enough separation at the end.
Willie Walker, what a great catch.
Backpedaling.
Harrison Central.
And what a terribly difficult catch that is to make. On the adjustment, backpedaling as we have reached the end of the first quarter. Ohio with the lead. Nate Davis, 5 of 7, 73 yards, and a couple of highlight passes thrown in there. Kept the drive alive on 3rd down, and then gets Ohio right on the doorstep there with that connection to Walker for 32 yards. We'll be back. Ohio will have a 1st and 10 from the West Virginia 15 when we start quarter number 2.
How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing good? My name is Natalie Pasquarella. I'm from...
And ladies and gentlemen, let's throw it down the field, and Natalie Pasquarella.
Hi everybody, I'm Natalie Pasquarella from WTOV9. Is everybody enjoying the game? That's not loud enough. Is everybody enjoying the game? What do you think? think for a chance for a local man to win $10,000? What do we think? All right, we have to root him on, guys. Today we are bringing you the Health Plan $10,000 pass, punt, and kick contest. What do we think?
They're doing it.
Let me tell you about our winner. His name is Bob Robinson of Toronto. He's joining us now. He's coming out here now in a Subaru Outback from Wheeling Automotive Group. Bob is the lucky winner tonight. Let me tell you about our contest, okay? Here he is. Give him a round of applause. Come on over, Bob. Bob, in just minutes, you could win $10,000, courtesy of the health plan. What do you think?
I think that's great, man. I'm ready for it. Good try.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, actually.
Now, I understand you were on this field 22 years ago. Is that true?
Yeah, 1984, I finished my high school career down here in the All-Star game.
Okay.
Played West Virginia.
All right. So you want the crowd to scream for you or what?
Yeah, give me a big holler.
Give him a holler, guys. Here we go. Now we are going to speak with Mr. David Matthew from the health plan. I understand you are the Vice President of Marketing there. What do you think of this contest?
I think it's great. We got great weather, and the format's different this year, so I think Bob's got a great shot for the 10,000.
Okay. Let's give David a round of applause here. All righty. Guys, are you ready for this contest to begin? Let me tell you how it works. Bob is actually going to start at the back line of the end zone there. He's going to pass the football. Wherever it lands, he is then going to punt that football. And then wherever that lands, he's going to try to kick it and win that $10,000. Let's give him a round of applause.
He'll get, if he doesn't make the field goal, he gets like a consolation prize of OVAC merchandise.
Come on, guys, let's cheer for him. Pretty good. Come on, guys, give him a round of applause. Let's get him pumped up. Come on. You can scream louder. Let's hear it. Let's go, Bob. Let's go, Bob. Come on, guys, let's hear it. Okay. All right, Bob, not quite $10,000, but you still receive a prize package from the health plan. What do you think?
That was great. That was fun. That was great. I like that.
Are you excited about the prize package?
Sure, yeah.
Thanks very much, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Give him a round of applause, guys. Back to you, Ryan.
Natalie, thanks. Boy, he had the distance there, did he not?
Just a little more height.
You're right. All right. More to tell you about here as we're getting set for the second quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Health Plan, Subway, Smitty's Floors, and WTOV9. And of course, the 2006 Rudy Mudley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic is presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. Jimmy Bowersock starts the second quarter for Ohio with his first carry of the night. The big fella from Beaver Local, another one of the punishing players on this Ohio roster. He'll get 4 yards, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, I tell you, he is a load too, Eric. 5'11", 255, and just a solid football player for Beaver Local over the last few years.
Well, Goody, I tell you, Walker can get up there. How about a fade to Willie Walker, maybe?
We got a slant right here to Willie Walker. Quick slant to Willie. He should have leverage. Touchdown.
And Rick Goodrich caught it.
No, they gave him the touchdown. He fumbled when he was in the end zone.
He called the slant, and then he called the play-by-play for us. Davis to Walker on the slant.
Here it is on Smitty's replay. 1-2, 3-step drop. And he fires a dart. You can see that he's over the end line before he fumbles the football. And now number 82 from Steubenville High School, from Big Red, Steve Rose will attempt a point from placement.
They faked the first time. This time it's conventional, and Rose makes it 15-0. Don Sloan down on the field with Willie Walker.
I'm with Willie Walker of the Harrison Central Huskies, and you're having a heck of a first half here. Tell me about the touchdown grab.
Touchdown grab. I think I was going to catch it a little behind me, but I caught it anyway. I mean, Nate's a great quarterback. He put it in a great spot. I tried to dive over, and hopefully he caught. I didn't fumble, so I don't know.
Now, at the end of the first quarter, they made the big catch that set up the touchdown. Tell me about that, when you had to leap way up to get that thing, and you were actually going backwards when you caught it.
I told Nate just to throw it up. I mean, I get it. I mean, if anybody else would get it than me, or he wouldn't catch it, so I just told him to throw it up.
So off to college to you, and from what I hear, Mount Union.
Oh, yeah, Mount Union's a great school. My coach is up there cheering me on somewhere. You know, can't wait to get there.
Willie Walker getting it done on the offensive side tonight for Ohio. Ryan, back up to you.
The latest in a long line of outstanding Ohio Valley players to head to Mount Union. And Davis and Walker, they've been talking about this for a long time. They're friends off the football field, know each other from basketball as well as track. They've been talking about connecting in this game for a score, and they've done that here tonight. Rose sends this one to the goal line, where Ronnie Green, who's had some nice returns tonight, will run into trouble at the 18-yard line. That's where J.J. Savage from Buckeye Trail met
another flag
and dropped him, and a late flag comes in. 18 yards on that return. That Ohio touchdown drive, 7 plays, 83 yards. Willie Walker accounting for 44 of them through the air.
Dead ball, personal foul. That's going to offset, so those are both dead ball penalties, personal foul penalties, one against West Virginia, one against Ohio. They offset, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line of West Virginia.
And for the first time tonight, Josh Sims of Magnolia will be a quarterback for West Virginia, as they are sticking to their plan with a 3-quarterback offense. And he's got a pair of Brook Bruins in the backfield with him, and he's going to keep it here and dump it off to Chris Namath, who's got some room. Cuts back at the 25,
nice
out of a
move.
couple tackles.
Wow.
And he's to the 32 for a first down. Don Sloan is down to the field with Nate Davis. Don.
And we talked to one half of that touchdown combination, Willie Walker and Nate Davis throwing it. Tell me about that, the quick slant. You two look like you've been playing together forever.
How we've been working doing it all practice, our line's doing a heck of a job, They're picking up all the blitzes, so, they're giving me perfect time. Me and Willie been talking, we've been excited since the track season. We were sitting there talking, it's like, I can't wait for this OVAC game. So we're just out here just trying to do our thing.
Your best pass tonight might have been one that they called incomplete because you were out of bounds. Were you out of bounds?
I didn't think I was, but, it's just whatever they say, just come back and just play another play.
And finally, how about this Buddy Hines running the football from Barnesville? Boy, does that help out the passing attack.
Yeah, our line is doing a heck of a job. They're open holes like you drive trucks through. So, our running backs are just filling the holes.
Nate Davis of Bellaire, he's headed to Ball State, quarterbacking the Ohio offense tonight. Guys, back up to you.
Okay, Don, thanks. Josh Smith on that last play ran into a wall of red and white jerseys. No gain, so
Eddie McConnell from Monroe Central led the charge on that last play, Eric.
Sims can't get rid of it. Ty Hess, and then they're going to get flags here late because the guy you just mentioned, McConnell, hit Sims after his knee was down and close to when the whistle blew. Some of the Ohio fans not liking that.
Well, at 315 pounds, Ryan, it's kind of hard to stop all of that forward motion, that he has. You can see right here, good penetration. Ty Hess is here, and you can see that Sims is down, and McConnell comes in a little bit late. Official is down there to protect the players. It was probably a good call.
Yeah, had a couple steps there, did McConnell, before he made contact with Sims, who would have been dropped for a loss on that play and was, but the 15-yard mark-off takes it out to the 44-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for West Virginia, and a much-needed break here as they go back to the ground, and Cadgett with a little room as he'll battle his way out to the 49-yard line. Demeatrus Benjamin wrestles him down.
Yeah, West Virginia's starting to have a little bit of success running the ball, throwing it short. I don't think they're going to have enough time to really throw the ball too deep, because what they're doing is they're trying to roll out away from that good size of Ohio's defensive front, trying to get on the perimeter with their athletic quarterbacks, and so far they've had a little bit of success. And that time Cadgett got a good job on first down. It's a win, gain of 5, so it'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Smith, 45, 40, down to the 37-yard line. And Josh Smith, who had an outstanding, memorable, record-setting game in the state title game, the AA state title game on this very field back in December. So he's been
Coach, what are we doing here?
Forward
we're
to
go,
another appearance
Josh
here in
Sims,
West Virginia.
Quarterback in a gun formation and lead the fullback and tailback up. He's going to run basically a tailback ISO out of the quarterback position.
All right, Coach Meek, thanks. Back to you guys.
That's Eric Miner down there with Eric Meek. 1st and 10 from the 38. Sims design. Ty Hess says, how you doing?
I tell you, Hess comes off of that corner so quick. And again, just to reiterate what you said earlier, Ryan, we saw it so often last year. Just an outstanding first step, and he's able to, to beat the blocker and get to the point of attack. And that time did a great job. And you're going to see him coming off the corner right here. Boom. Right there. Comes in untouched. Big sack. Going to bring up 2nd and 12. There's a little counter play.
Smith, the whole close. Benjamin will bring him down at the 40.
I tell you, Justin Toilette was their defensive end from Shady Side. Did a good job also of holding that to a very short gain of about 3 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd. Well, I'll tell you, it's not even a gain of 3 yards. It's no gain at all, so it's still going to be 3rd and about 12.
And depending on what they get here, maybe 4 down territory for West Virginia, but 3rd down is their concern right now.
Hey, somebody has to be on the fullback here. Hey, he's got some room to run.
Sims will duck his head and
Just
do
too
so
much.
as he takes it to the 35 and another late flag.
And this is going to be against Ohio. Somebody pushed a West Virginia defender in the back, away from the tackle. Dead ball, personal foul against Ohio. This would have brought up 4th down, but now you're going to tack on 15 yards from the end of the play. So it's going to put West Virginia in nice field position.
And the 2nd personal foul penalty on this drive.
Yep.
So West Virginia's beneficiaries of 30 yards and penalties on this drive. Down to the field, Natalie Pascarella. Natalie.
Hi guys, I'm here with Michael Smith of Smitty's Floors. How does it feel to be a sponsor in this big game?
It feels good being a Valley boy and just growing up here my whole life. It feels very big accomplishment for me to be able to sponsor such events. And this year we had a big year. We was the presenting sponsor of the OVAC Wrestling Tournament, and we got a great group of seniors I want to say goodbye to. We had a lot of great wrestlers, a couple of state champs this year. So good job to all the seniors this year in 06. We had some good sports.
And we all know you as Smitty, so Smitty, tell us, what do you think of the game so far?
I think that everybody thought that maybe Ohio was a little bit too big for the Mountaineers, but I tell you what, they're looking like they're getting ready to score. It's only 15-0, so I think it's a heck of a game, and it's a great weather.
It is wonderful weather. Thank you very much. All right, Ryan, back to you.
Okay, Natalie and Smitty, thanks. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Caggett, not much room.
For a couple. Well, Eric Meek certainly sticking to his game plan here, running the football. Yeah, he's been known, as you can hear him sending the play in right now, he's known for running the football. And back in 1996, he said that posed a problem when he was coaching Ohio because he had Jose Davis quarterbacking him that night. So he said he had his arm tugged a little bit to throw the football. But tonight,
you got to tweak your offense a little bit when you got a talent like that. West Virginia's biggest success so far, Eric, has been attacking the flanks of Ohio. We'll see if they go back to that a little bit.
Sims, he can run it, but he won't have the chance to. McConnell, and also there was Bobka to bottle him up.
You know, talking about Eddie McConnell, he's out of Monroe Central, and a funny story with him, every year when we go out and do the football previews, this past year, his senior year, was the first time he was ever there because he's always at the Monroe County Fair taking his pigs out for the fair, and he's won a share of blue ribbons, and I think I would have given him a blue ribbon for that tackle.
Tell you, he has nice quickness for his size. He's listed in the program at
I think he was over before.
He's listed at 5'11", 315, and he moves good for his size.
Would that be a hog tie? That's how you describe that tackle?
We're going to bring him out for a while. He's going to talk to you about that, Don.
Yeah, Don, you better get a word with him.
I tell you, this drive started at the 20-yard line for West Virginia, and right now they're at about the 28-yard line. So it's 3rd and about 18 for West Virginia. Let's see if they try to put it up with Josh Sims, because he has a good arm, man-to-man coverage.
He's looking for Sean Neff, who got some separation. The ball was deflected and incomplete. And there was a
good job by number 3, Casey Orndorff from River High School on the coverage. Had good inside position and was able to knock the ball away. It's 4th down. This is 4-down territory, so they are going to go for it. Nice ball thrown right here. If you could get it a little bit longer, you can see a great effort by number 3, Casey Orndorff from River High School, knocking it away. Intended for number 80 for West Virginia. That was Sean Neff.
And West Virginia lining up to go for it here. Sims was out of the gun. Now he'll go under center.
They have 3 wideouts.
4th and 18. Out of pressure. Sims, 20, inside the 15, and after all of that, he's still going to be a yard short of the 1st down.
Okay, what a great effort that time by Josh Sims from Magnolia. Great athletic ability. He was trying to sprint out to his receiver on this side. Didn't see anything, was able to stop, find a little crack, and really got upfield, showing nice speed as well. Here it is right here. It's going to be a little rollout, you can see. Number 96. And I don't know who that is. I think
that's Burkhart.
Burkhart from
Lyle Burkhart from Shady Side.
Shady Side. And you can see here, Sims is just short. Kuczynski does a good job of holding him short of the 1st down.
He got about 16 of the 18. So turnover on downs, and Ohio will get it cranking from the 12-yard line. Zach Horrocks with some room out to the 20. All right, Don Sloan with Mr. Blue Ribbon, Eddie McConnell. Take it away.
He's definitely blue ribbon, had that blue ribbon tackle. We were joking, we called that, was that a hog tie or a hog tackle that you just had there?
Hog tie, sir.
Now, we were talking about you and the football previews and you not being there when we'd come and do them because of being at the fair. Did you make it to the fair this year? Are you still planning on going, or the blue ribbon's a thing of the past?
No, I'm done with the fair. I got college in September. I've been working, so I was just trying to get money for college and stuff, and didn't have time this year for the fair.
Where do you plan on going?
I'm going to Hawking University for criminal justice.
Eddie McConnell, I'm telling you, a hog tie tonight on defense for Ohio. Back up to you guys.
Little swing pass that time to Caesar Hawkins from Indian Creek from Nate Davis. It's going to be short of the first down, it looks like.
Eric,
no, they are going to give him the first down.
Yeah, Eric Miner with Eric Meek. Go ahead.
All right, Coach, you went for it on fourth down there. Tough call to make that?
Yeah, well, I'll be awfully long for a field goal, and Josh did a great job there of getting in the yard. Almost got the first down. So we got to keep playing. Hopefully we can stop them here. And you know, kids are playing hard. I'm real impressed. We made a couple mistakes here, and we just got to keep playing.
All right, Coach Eric Meek, back up to the booth, guys.
Clock melting away inside of 4 minutes. Little trickeration here as Davis flips it to Kyle Winland, who has some trouble keeping his feet and gets the ball to the 25-yard line. Kyle Warden, check that.
Yeah, not a bad call on first down. Didn't get the yardage they would have liked to, but no negative yardage. Gained about 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Here it is on Smitty's carpet replay. Nate coming out, and he's just going to flip it to the wide receiver. But I'll tell you, West Virginia did a good job of defending that, and they were able to hold it to a very, very short gain. A little gadget play on the part of the Buckeyes.
2nd and 8 from the 25. Option. Davis to the 27.
The ball carrier,
as he was tripped up by Andrew B., the Cameron Dragon.
And on the tackle for the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Inside the 3-minute mark as Ohio has a 15-0 lead. We want to remind folks that coming up at halftime, M-Star at the half, including the Queen of Queens crowning and the McDonald's All-Star Band. That's coming your way in just a few minutes.
3rd and 7, Coach, on your own 26. What do we got? That slant maybe again?
I think we had last time we get a touchdown to Willie, so we're going to see if we have it or not.
They got it. First down to the 37-yard line. Walker and Ronnie Green, who's given up a lot of height there, guarding him. Natalie Pascarella, what do you have?
Hi, Ryan. I am down here with the executive secretary of the OVAC, Tom Radizak, and the game director, Bob Cook. I'm such a lucky girl here. Tell me a little bit about how you think the game's going so far.
This is phenomenal. You know, you work all week, you go through all the frustrations, you have all the problems these guys have gone through, and then you go tonight, and this puts it all together. It's a beautiful crowd. It's a beautiful night. You couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Okay, and as you said, a lot of hard work during the entire week. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it keeps you busy. Actually, it's taken back the whole summer. And I said, really, with this game, about the only time I do work on is during football season, because I'll be starting on next year's game when this football season ends, because then we'll start the nomination process and all that. So, outdoor, except for football season, this is more or less a year-round activity.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. A lot of hard work for a great outcome. Ryan, back to you.
Natalie thanks both of those gentlemen responsible for so much of the behind-the-scenes work that goes unnoticed to put this game on. After a Zach Harrod 5-yard carry, it's a 2nd and 5 for Ohio as they're in a 2-minute drill. Back to Willie Walker, and he breaks free. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Andy Kotzen. With Davis to Walker. Dangerous again as Ohio is on the move in West Virginia territory.
I'll tell you, Willie Walker's having a huge game. This is a little rollout to the right. You can see Davis rolls out here and then back to Willie Walker on a little screen play. Makes a nice move right here, breaks the initial tackle, and it's yards after the catch that he is so adept at accomplishing. And a game-saving tackle right here by number 21 from West Virginia. That was Andy Kotzen from John Marshall.
Gain of 23, just inside the 35, worth the 1-minute mark. Buffo couldn't bring Davis down as he just overshoots Caesar Hawkins.
Hawkins was there. They were trying to run a little flood pattern to the right, but great pressure off the corner by West Virginia. just didn't have time to see Hawkins and get him the ball. I tell you, West Virginia's putting a lot of pressure on Davis. They always have somebody coming off of the edge, not so much up the middle, but coming off the edge really hard.
And that's the poison you had to pick in the regular season when you played Bellaire. Do you guard all the receivers and lay back, or do you pressure Davis? One way or another, a lot of teams fell victim.
Look at this. There's 8 people on the line of scrimmage. Middle screen, tight end screen.
Savage and Ronnie Green may have saved another touchdown because all that was left were about 4 or 5 red jerseys in the end zone ahead of Savage. So Green, a great open field tackle. 42 seconds left. 3rd down coming up, and Ohio takes a timeout, and we will do the same. Ohio knocking on the door, already up 15-0 on the Skybank scoreboard. We'll see if they can score, if West Virginia can stop them after this. For the 2nd straight year, New Balance is providing the cleats for tonight's All-Star games. They are the only shoes with actual width sizes made to fit each player specifically. Also, for the first time, New Balance has provided cleats for the game officials. 3rd and 3 from the 28. Davis. He'll be sacked by Buffo. They finally get to him as he went for that pump fake. Looks like he was going for the deep ball with Willie Walker, but Mike Buffo in West Virginia, the pressure finally pays off as Davis is brought down.
Here it is on the replay, and there had to be a missed blocking assignment. Somebody didn't come off of a block or peel back to the backside, and again they're coming off the edge, and that's where they're giving Nate Davis so much trouble. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Home run, ball to Walker down the sideline.
Inside of 10 seconds is the clock. Walker down there. What a catch and an adjustment. Touchdown. Woo! On 4th and 11, they go for it all, and they get it. Davis to Walker, 36 yards.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for much better coverage than that. Ronnie Green from Wheeling Park was in coverage. Of course, Ronnie's only 5'6". Willie Walker is 6'3". There's a big disparity right there. Here it is, and he's just going to lay it up. Just a streak pattern down the sideline. Watch this great adjustment. Watch this effort. Great effort by Willie Walker. I'll tell you, that's a top flight reception right there by an outstanding wide receiver. And I'll tell you, if he continues to improve, he's going to be a threat in school.
And look at those numbers. 6 catches, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We're going to have some singular wireless folks texting number 85 to that number 678 before this night is over. 4 seconds left, so Nate Davis, a guy that knows how to beat the clock in the game of basketball, beats it here with a touchdown pass to Willie Walker. You see him standing by with Don Sloan.
Indescribable. What a play. Tell me about the touchdown. 4th and 3. You went up and got it.
I don't know. I told Nate, like I said before, I told Nate to throw it up. And I said, I'm getting it. No matter what, I'm getting it. And, I mean, we had a short receiver mismatch. I've been calling it all day. I was like, Nate, just throw it up. And I told the coach all the time, I was like, Nate, just throw it up. Just throw it up.
But the coverage was there. I mean, they had you covered, but you made the play.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good DB for a 5-footer. I mean, he's a great DB, but I don't know. What happens, happens.
Willie Walker making it happen tonight for the Ohio offense. Ryan, back up to you.
Okay, Don, thanks. Just 4 seconds remain. Rose will line it to Ronnie Green on the run-up at the 10-yard line. And Green's got a hole. He's got Rose to beat. Sean West was trying to get him, and he couldn't. And now Lau Burkhart will drag Green down at the 15-yard line to save a touchdown and end the half.
Wow. What a great effort on both sides of the ball that time. Number 14 just got beat by Willie Walker for that touchdown. Ronnie Green from Wheeling Park took it almost the distance. But I'll tell you, give credit to number 96 from Ohio and Shady Side, Burkhart, who didn't give up on it, and caught him from behind and was able to stop him from going the distance.
And you can see why Lau Burkhart placed in the entire state of Ohio as a hurdler for the Shady Side track team. Great closing speed as he brings Ronnie Green down to end the first half. with Ohio ahead 22-0. And Ronnie Green remains on the turf, and we'll send it down to Don Sloan with a smiling, a very happy Rick Goodrich, and rightfully so. Don?
Goody, you lead at 22-0 at the half, but I'll tell you, Nate Davis and Willie Walker, they look like they're they look like they've been playing together forever.
I'll tell you what, people are getting what they want to see. They want to see that combination, and I don't think they're letting people down right now.
Before that play, they got sacked in the preceding play, and that play was to go to Walker. And I looked at you, I said, 4th and 3, what do you do? Your exact words, home run ball, Walker down the sideline. You've got faith in these guys.
Yeah, we know we have a little mismatch out there, a height advantage, and they're bringing the pressure for us. We're going to have to do some quick stuff. We have to work on our assignments, pick up the blitz the second half here. But, I told our kids it's a long game. It's like a marathon. We got the first leg done. Now we got to relax and get ready to play the second part of it, second half.
Ohio head coach Rick Goodrich, he heads to the locker room with his team leading 22-0 at the half. Ryan, back up to you.
Is he okay? Yeah.
All right, Don, thanks very much. Let's send it across the sideline. Eric Miner is with West Virginia head coach Eric Meek.
All right, Ryan, thanks very much here with Coach Meek. First of all, it looked like there was a player down, Ronnie Green, right?
Yeah,
is he okay?
Just a wind knocked out him. I just was with him. But it goes to show you he's an all-star. I believe was that Willie Walker that made the touchdown?
Yeah.
Great play over Ronnie Green, and a lot of kids would hang their head, and with 4 seconds to go in the half, he made an unbelievable play there. So that's why he's an all-star like all these kids. They play hard every play.
Okay, any insight on what you plan to do at quarterback for the second half?
We're going to keep rolling them. Like I said, it's an all-star format, and we want them all to enjoy the experience. So they're all three doing well, and we got that touchdown there hurt us, but we got to pick it up now.
What are you going to tell your guys in the locker room?
Just keep playing, have fun. Let's go out. We got to stop that pass a little bit, and offensively we're moving the ball in spurts, and then we're breaking down. We got to eliminate that.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. We'll let you get back. Ronnie Green, okay, back up to the booth.
Yeah, good to see Ronnie Green up, walking and smiling as he comes off the field. We're set for a break, but M-Star at the half will follow this timeout as Ohio leads it 22-0 on the Skybank scoreboard at the half.
Hi everybody, I'm News 9's Natalie Pasquarella, and I am here to announce your queens. Are you ready? Are we ready? Let's give them all a round of applause before we start. Don't they look beautiful? Up first, we have the award for Miss Congeniality. This is going to be presented by Daniel Strapazon from the Shriners and Mr. Congeniality himself, Mr. Eric Miner. We ready to hear who it is? Ready to hear the winner? It is Jenna Miley from Shenandoah High School. Jenna.
Jenna, come here, baby. Hey, you're good. Jenna, I need Jenna.
All right, it's time to announce the fourth runner-up. The award will be presented by Martin J. Kuczynski, from the president of West Virginia Northern Community College. All right, the fourth runner-up is Aislinn Porter from Mount Deshawnel High School. Congratulations. Congratulations, Aislinn. Now it's time for the third runner-up. This is presented by Jamie Bordis III of Bordis & Bordis Law Firm. The winner for third runner-up, Miss Shayna Varner from John Marshall High School. Congratulations. We ready to hear the second runner-up, everybody? Are you ready? Okay. This award will be presented by David Matthew, the Vice President of Marketing for the Health Plan. The second runner-up, Sunita Doktorsky from Linsly High School. Congratulations. Now it's time for the first runner-up for the 2006 OVAC Queen of Queens. This is presented by Michael Smith of Smitty's Floors. Michael, you ready? He's ready. The first runner-up is Jessica West of Wheeling Central High School. Congratulations. Congratulations again. I think it's time for the Queen. I don't know if I'm ready yet. All right, how bad do we want to hear it? Let's hear it. The winner for your 2006 OVAC Queen of Queens is Lacy Baker from Bellaire High School. Give her a big round of applause. Lacy's award is being presented by Jay Zada, the regional president of Sky Bank. Thank you, Jay. We're going to talk to Lacy now. Lacy, how do you feel?
Surprised. Everyone was amazing. They were so talented. I'm just so excited.
Everybody give her a round of applause. Your 2006 OVAC Queen of Queens, Lacy Baker of Bellaire High School. Now let's head to break. Stay with us.
Welcome back to M-Star at the half. Let's head down to the field and have a look and a listen to the McDonald's OVAC All-Star Band.
You guys watching on the web.
So there you have it. The McDonald's OVAC All-Star Band, tremendous performance. Entertaining this crowd and you at home and on WTOV9.com. As M-Star at the half continues, we'll take a break and have more festivities and get you set for the second half right after this.
Should be good again.
Welcome back to Wheeling Island Stadium and our live coverage of the 2006 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. Still entertaining the folks on the field, the McDonald's OVAC All-Star Band, as they are part of this M-Star at the half show tonight. Some of the players getting back into the locker room after an extended halftime here. They take the pads off, catch a little breather. They're back in now, getting their equipment fastened back up as we are getting set to go here for the second half. Just a few moments from now, and we have more festivities taking place. Let's send it down to the field and Natalie Pascarella to take it away. Natalie?
Hi, everybody. Let's give that band one more round of applause. They were amazing. Even Ronald McDonald likes them. Look at that. It is time now. It is time now to present a $1,000 scholarship to one very lucky student here in this band. You guys want to hear who the winner is? Yeah? Do you guys want to hear the band over there? Okay. The winner of the McDonald's Band Scholarship is, for $1,000, Miss Lindsay Lucas of Wheeling Park High School. Where is she? We're now going to talk to, oh, here she is. Congratulations, Lindsay. Where's the check? Here we go. Lindsay, how do you feel?
I feel great. This is awesome.
I understand you're attending Youngstown State University?
I am, yeah, for music education.
So this will come in handy?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
This big. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay.
We are now going to talk to the owner of several area McDonald's, and we all love McDonald's, Mr. Ross Stoltz. Ross, what do you think of your band here?
It's great. It's great. It's great every year. It gets better all the time. A lot of it's due to Drew Meyer down there on the end, the director.
Okay.
It's great.
And Lindsay won this scholarship. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's great too. Lindsay's, I know Lindsay from about 4 or 5 years ago, so it's great to see her win one.
And you have a brand new McDonald's opening up, I hear, too.
St. Clairsville is going to reopen this Tuesday morning. We're back in business in St. Clairsville.
Everybody will have to head out there and get some French fries, right?
I'll show you how happy they are.
Go ahead and show us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Very good. Very good. All right, congratulations, Lindsay. Guys, back to you.
Natalie, thanks. M-Star at the half. Continuing here, we'll be back after a break and get you set for the third quarter. West Virginia strapping it back on. We'll be back. M-Star at the half, continuing. Ohio leading West Virginia 22-0 on the Sky Bank scoreboard. Players back out on the field, warming up. Let's take a look at the first half statistics brought to us by our statistician Robert Chick-DeCicchio. We'll check those here in a moment. First of the first half highlights. Third play from scrimmage for Ohio. Buddy Hines of Barnesville, 47-yard touchdown. That made it 6-0. Extra point. One extra point. Ohio fakes it. Coming around, J.J. Kuczynski to tack on a 2-point conversion. 8-0 Ohio. And then with West Virginia driving, it was stopped there by Sean West, a diving interception to get the ball back for Ohio. And then to the air, Nate Davis, Willie Walker. We heard it numerous times in the first half. That was late stages of the first quarter. Same drive now, second quarter. Davis to Walker on a slant. Touchdown. Extra point made it 15-0. So Ohio rolling offensively, and then defensively, West Virginia here with a chance, but knocked away the pass by Casey Orndorff, and then the big play. Less than 10 seconds left in the half. Nate Davis to Willie Walker. 36 yards as those two hook up to make it 22-0. The ensuing kickoff brought back by Ronnie Green of Wheeling Park, who had a chance to take it the distance for a touchdown, but Lau Burkhart of Shadyside virtually comes out of nowhere to track him down and end the first half. And Ronnie Green briefly had the wind knocked out of him, but he came up off of his feet and out to the locker room. Your Ohio Valley Awards statistics furnished by Robert DeCicchio, our statistician. You see the passing yards, all by Nate Davis for Ohio, 163. They also ran the ball effectively, a great combination of it. 81 yards on the ground, over half coming on that Buddy Hines touchdown. The first downs favor Ohio. Ohio, the one blemish, has been a couple of costly penalties in terms of yardage and giving up downs and long situations for West Virginia. And they are not the penalties that, if you're a head coach, you like Coach Walensky, the personal foul varieties, unsportsmanlike conduct varieties. That really the only negative thing you can say about Ohio. As far as West Virginia goes, okay, you look at the statistics, obviously lopsided, no score, nothing to show for it, but West Virginia showed some glimpses of being able to move the football, just couldn't sustain anything.
Yeah, and the big thing that hurts them is, Ryan, they end up in third and long yardage all the time. Right before the half, they had a nice drive going. They had 1st and 10 from the Ohio 20. They lost 8 yards on the next 3 plays. Then on 4th down, on 4th and 18 for a first down, they gained 16 yards. So, third down has not been a real good down for them. They've attempted to throw. They have to really be successful on first down, get into a 2nd and 6 or shorter yardage situation if they possibly can, so that they can, play a little bit on 2nd down and try to, not necessarily depend on the run or the pass, but they can mix it up a little bit on 2nd down. But they got to gain some positive yardage on first down, especially. Defensively, they're not doing a bad job. Just good, great plays by the Ohio, kids. Davis has thrown the ball. He's been under a lot of duress. He's thrown off his back foot. Kid from Harrison Central, Willie Walker, has done a great job of making some great catches. So, overall, even though the score is 22-0, West Virginia still can be in this ballgame.
We want to remind folks that the 2006 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic is presented by WTOV9 and Skybank and brought to you in part by Singular Wireless, Ohio Valley Awards, Comcast, and Skybank. Down to the field, Natalie Pascarella with the Ohio All-Star Cheerleaders. Natalie.
Hey, Ryan, I'm here with the Aeropostale Ohio cheerleaders. Guys, you having fun?
Yes, we're having an awesome time.
So what's the game been like so far? You're rooting for your guys?
Yes, it's been very enjoyable. We've all had a great time, especially this week, and we're so excited for the game, and it's been a good time.
Well, I want to see a cheer. Let's see one, a quick one.
O-H-I-O! 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 O-H-I-O!
And Ryan, they sound pretty good. Let's head over to Eric and hear the West Virginia side over there.
All right, Natalie, thank you very much. We'll give the Mountaineers, Mountaineer cheering squad here a chance to cheer. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Let's go, Mountaineers! 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 Let's go!
It brings a tear to the eye for the old blue and gold. Thank you very much. Let's go back upstairs, guys.
All right, great job by the girls on Ohio and West Virginia. Natalie, Eric, thank you very much. Back to football now. Ohio, who deferred in the opening coin toss, has elected to take the ball here to start the second half. We want to remind folks that you can be a part of tonight's All-Star football game through the text message variety. And here's how it works. It's very easy if you know how to text message. You can text the number of your favorite Ohio or West Virginia player, the player that you think should win MVP. You want to text it to the number on your screen, 678. Text either WV or Ohio. Then at the prompt, reply with the jersey number of the nominated player. And we said it in the first half. I'm sure number 1 and number 85 for Ohio may be up for some consideration there.
Yep. They certainly should be, because they've really put on a show here in the first half, and we'll see if it can be duplicated in the second half. Ohio's going to receive, and I'll tell you, it's real important right here at the beginning of the second half, Ryan, for West Virginia to stop Ohio, put them into a punting situation.
This will be Zach Harrotz to return it to the 25-yard line, and that's where Ohio will begin. 13 yards on the return for Harrotz.
And number 67, or it wasn't 67. There is no 67 for West Virginia, but might have been number 68. Bill Zavatsky was down there from Linsly to make the tackle.
There you see Davis, nearly perfect, 10 of 13, 163, and the 2 scores, both to Willie Walker. That doesn't count the huge hookup they had in the late stages of the first quarter. To the ground, and Zach Harrott met immediately in the backfield, as coming low to upend him was Andrew B., the 6'4" defensive end from Cameron.
Wow, somebody missed a block there, because he came off the edge and just whacked Harrott in the Ohio backfield. There he is right
Hines.
there.
Check that.
Wow. Great play by number 82 from Cameron. It's Andrew B.
Second down and 14, ball at the 21-yard line.
So with that, Ohio will go into a passing formation out of the shotgun. Flip it out to Hines, and he couldn't hang on to it. B again was in coverage, and it just fell out of the hands of Hines. So 3rd and long quickly here for the Ohio All-Stars.
I tell you what Ohio's trying to do is, if their guard is uncovered, they're trying to drop their guard back and pick up the rush from the outside, and those Ohio guards are just not getting out there quick enough to pick that up. That's why there's getting so much pressure off of the edge, or off of the corner from West Virginia. And West Virginia has done a great job of pressuring Davis.
Willie Walker is to the bottom, locked in with Ronnie Green on this 3rd and 14. Screen it. Kyle Warden had some footing problems and just gets back across the original line of scrimmage. So Ohio will have to punt for just the 2nd time tonight.
Good job by West Virginia's defensive unit that time. They came up, really fired up, did a good job on the first 2 plays, and held this 3rd play slip screen to very, very short yardage. Will put Ohio into a punting situation, and West Virginia should get some decent field position here. And number 14 is deep. That's Ronnie Green. Had a great return at the end of the first half on a kickoff.
I also had a pretty nifty punt return earlier. Mike Buffo applies the pressure. Rose to Green at his 36. He's going to get another nice return. 14 yards out to midfield after a 39-yard punt by Rose. A net of 25 yards. Natalie Pascarella joins us once again. Natalie?
Hey, Ryan, I'm joined now by Mr. Jay Zada, the Regional Director for Skybank, a big sponsor of the OVAC game. Jay, your thoughts so far on the game?
It's been an exciting game. It's been an exciting week, and we're really pleased to be a sponsor of tonight's game.
So what is it like being a sponsor of the game? I mean, your name's on this, and what a great game it's been.
You know, it's a big deal. It really is, because, you know, Sky really is a part of a lot of the school districts that are represented here tonight. So really just a perfect fit for Sky and the OVAC.
Thank you very much, Jay. Ryan, back to you.
Brandon Sperlazza running into the arms of Jeremy Presley right at about the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half yard. Nevertheless, we'll call it a 2nd and 10.
Here's on Smitty's replay, and just too much traffic, great penetration. You can see number 67, who's been in West Virginia's backfield the whole first half, starts again here. Gino Agostini did a great job of penetrating and forcing that for a no-gain 2nd and 10.
Justin Tullen of Shady Side will also get a nod there for the stop. And now a timeout called by West Virginia. 9:41 here left in the third. And we will take a break. Ohio leading it 22-0 on the Skybank scoreboard. West Virginia with good field position, trying to get back into it. We'll be back after this. Back at Wheeling Island Stadium following the West Virginia timeout. 2nd and 11. Just on the West Virginia side of midfield. And Sperlazza on a straight drop, slant pattern. Ronnie Green first down to the 33-yard line. So Sperlazza to Green, good for 17 and a first down. The most prolific passing play of the night for West Virginia.
I tell you, good job that time by Sperlazza. You can see it's a real quick drop. He looks off his receiver, a lot of cushion over there. You can see that the receiver does a good job of getting inside that defender. That was number 14. Ronnie Green on the catch and the first down inside the 35 of Ohio.
And this is the area where West Virginia has stumbled tonight. Once they get to this point, here's Josh Smith, Augustini again, Bobka also from the corner, and Ty Hess, another familiar name.
Andrew Bobka.
We just got an email, we were just informed, and how great is this? A soldier serving in Iraq is watching this game on WTOV9.com. For that man, if you're out there still watching, we appreciate your service, and we certainly appreciate your feedback as we are breaking ground tonight, bringing this game to folks, as you can see, around the world via the World Wide Web. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Hewitt.
Ball's down.
They lost the ball. And West Virginia will maintain possession. 3rd down coming up. Natalie Pasquarello, more on that email.
Well, guys, as you said, this game is broadcast live on the internet so everybody across the world can see it. We just received an email here on this trio. It actually says, "Thank you for webcasting the game. I am currently deployed in support of Iraq freedom and had the opportunity to get a taste of home. Let's go, Ohio. Good job, Harrison Central." How about that? We've got people overseas watching this game live on the internet. Ryan, back to you.
Well, that's wonderful. And, God bless that young man over in Iraq.
Yeah, and if we can at all serve as a brief distraction for him, certainly our pleasure. Sperlazza, all types of trouble. Zach Harrod will get credit for the sack.
That time Ohio was in man-to-man. They brought everybody. And Sperlazza just had no time whatsoever to find any of his receivers or get rid of the ball.
So now, and once again, we see it again. Once West Virginia penetrates that 40-yard line of Ohio, they seemingly run into a wall, and now they'll keep the offense on. 4th and 14 coming up from the 37. See what
Coach, what you going to do?
Coach Meek has in store here.
We're going to jet
Here he is.
Brandon Sperlazza this way and run Ronnie Green on a deep corner route, attack the perimeter. We got to get good protection here. Looks like we have a breakdown. During the season, he probably would have busted that for 20, but has great speed. So, got to keep playing.
All right, Coach Meek, thanks very much. Back up to the booth, guys.
Now, Coach Meek, thanks for taking us through that play. Sperlazza pinballed off a couple of guys, finally pushed out of bounds by Andrew Bobka. Ball turned over on downs. That's the 2nd time tonight that's happened where West Virginia's gone for it on 4th and long, and they've come up empty. Don Sloan joins us down on the field again. Don.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. I'm with Manny Matsakis of Big Season Sports, and the first preseason football tab of the year is out. It's the Big Season Sports preview, and Manny Matsakis, yourself, Big Season Sports, put this thing out, and you gave away 1,000 of these before the game tonight, and then tell me the story. You had to go get more.
Yeah, we had to go get well over another 1,000 of these right at halftime. The booth was all backed up. It was exciting. Get all the people here. Just, people are buying them from all over. It's a great piece to get ready for the season.
Last year was your first edition of it. This is your second. It's twice as big. It's glossy photos. It's like any Street and Smiths or Sporting News preview that you see, but it's mainly on high school football.
Yeah, we're fortunate. It's designed as a one-stop shop for the Ohio Valley football fan. It has the NFL, college, and every high school in the Valley.
And beat writers for every OVAC team, so it's very in-depth. You want to get yourself a copy. Ryan, back up to you.
Don, thanks. Manny, thanks. Great read is the Ohio Valley Football Magazine. Cover to cover, so much information in there, and a tremendous look with the glossy photos throughout it. Very well done magazine. Back to the field, Eric Francis of St. Clairsville getting a taste of offense tonight. Back-to-back carries for Ohio, gaining 7 yards combined on 1st and 2nd down, so 3rd and 3 now from the 40. And looks like Davis got West Virginia to jump, and that'll be an automatic first.
Number 32, Mike Boffo, just a little too anxious to get in there, stepped into the neutral zone. It's going to cost them 5 yards, but even more important than that, it's going to give Ohio a first down and maintain possession of the ball. I'd be very, very surprised if I really see Ohio try to go deep. I think they're going to try to run the ball, eat up some time off the clock, and maybe throw some short stuff, but
I got to disagree with you.
Okay.
Too much time left. As you see the clock at the health plan sponsor tonight. Davis, Walker again, out at the 47-yard line. Another thing, when you talk about Davis and Walker, why they look forward to this game so much. They were teammates in the North-South game played in Columbus, one of the prestigious games played in the state of Ohio. But Walker, for that game, because of injuries to other players, had to play defensive back. So they didn't get a chance to hook up offensively, so they really, really couldn't wait for this game and to have a chance to do what you've seen so much of here tonight.
Well, you can see now they're starting to double cover Willie Walker. They're forcing him at the line of scrimmage.
And Davis will go to another option. That was Kyle Warden.
Pass intended for Kyle Warden.
Out of Cambridge.
Warden had a nice inside position on the defensive back, but the ball overthrown. His man-to-man coverage all the way, and pretty decent coverage over there by the West Virginia secondary.
We want to remind folks that you can see this game in its entirety, a rebroadcast on Comcast On Demand starting this Thursday, July the 27th. If you're a Comcast digital cable subscriber, the broadcast will be replayed whenever you want thanks to Video On Demand. Call 1-800-COMCAST if you're not a Comcast subscriber. Another penalty marker down, and it looks like another infraction.
Number 32
coming against West Virginia.
That was Mike Buffo again. Just a little too anxious, Mike. You got to just move on movement and don't move on sound.
So a 1st and 10 from the 42. Jimmy Bowersock will plow forward for a few. See the clock inside of 5 minutes. Don Sloan, if you're down there, what's the mood on that Ohio sideline? Are they looking for more points, or are they going to melt this clock away? What are you seeing?
I haven't talked to Coach Goodrich lately, but I think they're trying to work the clock a little bit. They're up 22-0, but Walker's still been out on the field quite a bit, so I'm sure they'll want to give him another shout out.
Well, they'll keep Eric Francis on the ground here as he spins across the 35. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Eric Francis from St. Clairsville, number 34, does a nice job.
Eric Miner on the West Virginia sideline. What do you have?
Well, Coach and Ryan, thanks very much. You might have noticed that a lot of the players on both sides of the field have very similar shoes on. New Balance providing cleats for all the players here in the OVAC All-Star football game. Pretty cool because, you don't have a lot of time to break in shoes for a game like this. And New Balance football cleats are measured both heel to toe and, of course, across the width, which means you get a nice fit. Also, I believe they equip the referees with these, too, which is a nice thing for them to do. So nice kicks for everybody down here on the sidelines. Let's head back up to the booth. And Ryan and the coach.
Jeremy Presley got his first carry of the night as they came out in a stick-eye formation. And he
came off the corner and really
down. Yep.
Gave him a headlock and brought him down. I think it was number 82, Andrew B., or was it 99?
Yeah,
Danny Vogel from John Marshall.
So 4th
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, less than a yard here.
See if they try to draw him offside. They've done it twice in this drive so far to maintain first down. See if they do it again.
And Davis in this situation at Bellaire famously would just plunge ahead in Greg Boner's offense. And that's exactly what happens. Countless times he scored a touchdown on the Big Red's uniform on that play. First down, and back to Eric Miner we go.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We talked about the shoes. I want to talk to this young man here about this unique hairstyle he's got here. First of all, can I get your name?
Artie Chapel.
All right, and you're from Weir as we talk. Let's turn around and show people what you've done here with your hair. Pretty good. State map of West Virginia. I got to ask who did the artwork here.
Mike Buffo.
Mike Buffo did that. Well, I got a little criticism from Mike. Let's turn it around here and look again. I think we got a little too much Eastern Panhandle and not enough Northern Panhandle, especially for the Weir guy. We'll give Mike a break though. Nicely done. All right. Hey, thanks a lot. Back up to you guys.
Good thing we don't live in Texas. That thing would have been over the top of his head. Slant pattern, and it was nearly intercepted as Walker was there diving, and Travis Goddard was in coverage.
I think that's the first time they didn't connect on a ball thrown from Nate Davis to Walker. Here it is here, the slant pattern. Ball is well thrown and low, and the only place that the receiver could get to it, away from the defender.
Well, Coach Goodrich, are we going to try to hook up Nate and Walker again?
Try to slant up to him right now. We're going to try to hit it, so we'll see here. We tried to slant last play, and
now through the hands there of Ward, and again, Coach, you saw at the top of your screen they're doubling Willie Walker
on
again.
Third down. They're playing him. They're contesting him right at the line of scrimmage. And the guy that's doing that is number 7, Josh Sims, has come up to the line of scrimmage to contest him from getting into the secondary. Then there's another defender behind him. So that's why that time.
Now, Coach, you called for JJ too. So what do we have here? 3rd and 10.
We got Savage, who's our converted tight end. He's a Northern playing wide receiver. We're going to run a tight end middle screen here. If we had success, the pass, and we'll hope it opens up again for us here. Tight end middle screen.
And Savage, number 80. Davis couldn't find him, so he tried to flip it off to Eric Francis as that fell incomplete, and he was hit by Joe Risden of Bishop Donahue, and some folks maybe thinking that he led with his head, and that should be a personal foul. There is a flag on the field, but it's for an ineligible man downfield. Here's another look. Davis on the run again.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think he had his head in there. Hit him pretty well with the shoulder. And if this is going to be an ineligible receiver downfield, and very possibly it could, because they were running the screen and might have had receivers downfield when that ball was thrown to another receiver along the sideline.
Eric Miner with a very special guest, the guy you may recognize. Let's send it over there.
All right, Ryan, thanks very much. Yeah, of course, we all know Quincy Wilson. Quincy, hey, good to see you again.
How you guys doing today?
Very well, and yourself?
Doing great. Enjoying this great atmosphere. It's not 100 degrees. It's nice and cool. I wish we were on the other end of the score, but, you know.
What does West Virginia need to do now, you think?
I need to get the ball to number 33. I just gave him the greatest advice in the world, and I think he's going to score this next series.
All right, we will wait and see if he does. Quincy Wilson, Weir High standout, and, of course, alumni of this great game.
Who day, baby?
Quincy, thanks a lot. Let's see if his advice pays off on this next series. Thanks a lot.
Now before that, West Virginia needs a stop. 4th and 10. Davis going for it all, and it is incomplete. The ball bounced on the turf as Kyle Warden made a sensational leaping effort for it, but after it initially hit him, the ball hit the turf, and then he regained possession. Excellent call by the official down there, and we will get a look at it on our replay as well. Smitty's carpet replay. Watch it here.
Really good protection this time, and you can see that Nate Davis steps up in there, throws the ball really well. There it was. Bounced out of his hands, and he caught it on the bounce.
That was Kyle Warden of Cambridge. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good placement on that football, but West Virginia survives that Ohio drive, and they got to get things moving here, down by 3 scores. There's Josh Smith. Quincy Wilson told us that Smith's going to play a role here and get into the end zone. He gets 1 yard there as what was a hole for a moment quickly closed.
And number 20 on the tackle. It's Ty Hess from Bellaire High School. Doing a good job of stringing out that pitch sweep. Gain of about a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. West Virginia's got to do something dramatic here. Ryan, they've got to complete a long pass. They've got to get a long run.
Double tight formation here. And this is Devin Hewitt out across the 40 and should have enough for a first down.
And I'll tell you, good lead block that time by number 88, Chris Nemeth from Brook, and number 28, Evan Hewitt from John Marshall, carrying the ball. Does a good job of cutting right inside that block. Here you're going to see it right here. Boom, good kick out block. Good turnout block by the defensive end. Beats the inside pursuit. Gets it upfield for a good gain and a first down. They need to string a few of those plays together. Number 12 for West Virginia is in their quarterback now. That's Jason Piles, and Coach Meek following his pregame game plan to rotate his quarterbacks.
There's Smith.
Nice.
With some room out to the 48.
Okay, it popped right through there. Number 33, Josh Smith, running back from Weir High School. Starting to get some blocking up inside, and things are opening up a little bit now. The little blast play. There you're going to see it. And he's able to get through there, break a tackle, get into the secondary for a good gain of about 7. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. And this is down that they can maybe play with a little bit here, too.
Yeah, situation they really haven't been in tonight is 2nd and short. Hewitt. Good adjustment as he cuts back and plows forward and nearly broke it for 6. Just tripped up as he crossed the 40-yard line. But again, Evan Hewitt picking up a first down, 14 yards on that carry.
And J.J. Kuczynski coming out of his safety spot to make the tackle, or else this would have gone to the distance. You can see that Hess makes some good penetration, but Hewitt is a very, very good runner, has good vision, and makes a nice cut right here inside of Demeatrus Benjamin. You don't see that happen too often. But J.J. sticks his nose in there and is able to trip him up, saving Ohio from giving up a score to West Virginia there.
Should be the final play of quarter number 3. And it's number 33, Josh Smith again.
Getting some good positive yardage now. They're starting to come together a little bit, doing a good job of moving the football. Haven't attempted to throw it, they're just keeping it on the ground.
We are through 3 quarters of play here. And it's Ohio leading it 22-0 on the Sky Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter after this. Welcome back to Wheeling Island Stadium. Ohio leading West Virginia 22-0 through 3 quarters on the Sky Bank scoreboard. And here in between quarters number 3 and 4, the annual 10-year anniversary ceremony that they conduct here for the Rudy Memley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. And there are a number of connections to that game 10 years ago to this game tonight. From 1996 to 2006, we talked about it earlier. Eric Meek, there you see him, coached Ohio that year when he was at Wellsville High School. His quarterback that night, Jose Davis. Tonight he has the unenviable task of coaching against and trying to defend Jose's younger brother, Nate. Also part of that Ohio team, he caught 2 touchdown passes from Jose Davis that night. An assistant coach with Rick Goodrich's staff this evening, Ryan Caldwell. So there's another connection. And even J.J. Kuczynski was on the sidelines that night. I believe he was a ball boy for Ohio, and his dad officiated that game. So 10 years later, we're all tied together. And the West Virginia guys down by 3 scores, but they do have the football to start quarter number 3 here. It'll be a 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. And again, we'll reiterate the point, Coach Walensky. They've had success, as I like to say, in between the 20s, or maybe in their case, in between the 30s. Beyond that point, though, it's been a different story.
Yeah, they always seem to get themselves into a 3rd and long situation, Ryan, where, so far in this half, they've really been doing well on first down. They've been getting 4, 5, 6, 7 yards on first down, putting them into a nice position, in the 2nd down. They've moved the ball fairly well in this half, but they just haven't been able to, to penetrate that goal line. They just seem to self-implode, somewhere along the line, making a big mistake, and losing a lot of yards on third down, putting them a lot of times into fourth and long yardage situations. But defensively, for the West Virginia squad, they've done a good job here in the second half. They've become very, very aggressive, still doing a lot of blitzing off the corner, and that's one thing that Ohio hasn't been able to adjust to for the whole game. So, West Virginia's doing a good job of accounting themselves, pretty well.
I want to remind folks that you can log on to the OVAC's official website, www.ovac.org. A plethora of information on there. All of the 2006 high school football schedules are on there week by week. And as we get set for play here, we want to remind you that WTOV9.com will also bring you closer to the game with our brand new high school football website. 2nd and 4, Ryan Cadgett plowing forward, and he nearly broke that one for a touchdown as J.J. Kuczynski saves another score. Natalie Pascarella rejoins us here in the fourth quarter. Natalie?
Hey, Ryan, I'm here with some Ohio fans. You guys having fun?
Yeah!
Who are you rooting for? Tell me about that.
My brother's J.J. Kuczynski, and I'm really excited for him. He's doing so good right now in Ohio. Woo! Let's go.
And who are you rooting for?
J.J. and Zach.
Zach who?
Harrod.
Zach Harrod. All right, how about you?
JJ, Zach, and Jeremiah Heinerman.
Okay. So you guys are having fun?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give them a little shout out.
Let's go, Ohio! Woo!
All right, Ryan, the fans are pretty pumped up. Back to you.
All right, and the Ohio side having a lot to cheer about on that play as Lyle Burkhart again proving his worth defensively, pushing Josh Smith for a 5-yard loss. And Burkhart was a guy that was just added to this roster after another player backed out last weekend. And you see Burkhart.
Good job.
Coming in there, regains his feet.
Misses the tackle, gets back out on his feet, and is there to make the hit. And big loss again. These negative yardage plays for West Virginia just really hurt them a lot. It's going to be 2nd and about 17.
Piles will fake it. Pressure from Andrew Bobka, and Bobka will bring him down. And also coming in was his old teammate from Bellaire, Ty Hess.
I'll tell you, that wasn't a bad call, really, for West Virginia, because they haven't really thrown the ball much here in the first half. They've been running the ball. Here's a little play action. But, Bobka is in there from his defensive corner position, coming with a corner blitz. And then, of course, Ty Hess also coming from his defensive end position, making the tackle. And this is really going to put West Virginia in a 3rd and 26.
And again, once they reach that 20, 30-yard line mark, it seems like they've gone backwards all night. Piles with a little bit of time here and slicing through to make that catch, getting back near the original line of scrimmage. Billy Irwin out of Wheeling Park. First time we've called his name tonight. Yeah. Slides down at the 21-yard line. And this is a must-go for West Virginia here. It'll be 4th and 10. As they'll need just inside the 11-yard line for a first.
Jason Piles does a nice job here. He throws a real good ball, as you can see right here. Tight spiral, and puts it down low to where only the receiver can get to the ball. And a great catch also for West Virginia. So it's going to be 4th and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Ronnie Green, DeJuan Smith are his split options. Cadgett and Hewitt are in the backfield. Piles having some footing issues, and he loses the football, and it's picked up by Ty Hess.
Ah, boy, so what a bad break.
It goes into the books as a turnover, and it was looking to be a turnover on downs anyway. Either way, Ohio gets the football back, and there you see the numbers tonight for the leading sacker in Bellaire history, the sack master, they like to call him, now comes up with a fumble recovery.
I don't know if it hit his knee or what happened to it, but he just lost it as he approached the line of scrimmage, and West Virginia takes over at about their own 17-yard line.
See if we can get the truck to confirm for us. I think maybe Burkhart stuck his hand in there to strip that one loose. We want to remind folks that the 2006 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank, is brought to you in part by Lamar, the Times Leader, the Intelligencer and News Register, the Steubenville Herald-Star, and the Weir Daily Times. So Ohio preserving that shutout right now. 8:20 as you see the clock, the health plan clock at the bottom of your screen. The big fella, Jimmy Bowersock, to the 25.
And Ryan, I'm down here with Ty Hess, from Bellaire, who had the fumble recovery. And tell me about that play. You guys really wanted to keep them out of the end zone.
Oh, yes, sir. We don't want them West Virginians scoring us at all. They don't deserve to score on us. We're too good for them to score on us.
And you picked up a sack earlier. You're known as a sack man, and you got one earlier.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was working for a sack in this game, because all my teammates were getting on me about the sack master, so I had to get one to prove I can sack somebody.
And you've got a group of guys up here. They've got Hess painted across their chest.
My brother in H right there. Then all my brothers in H, Scoffs, then Koski's. Yeah, they're bad men.
They're up there. They've been cheering them on all day. Ryan, back up to you.
Now, he's a pretty bad man himself. 2.5 sacks, 1 fumble recovery. Well, folks, if you're thinking for a defensive MVP, if you like what Ty Hess has done tonight, again, the singular wireless text as you text the letter OH to 678. And then at the prompt, you'd put in number 20 in the case of Ty Hess. I'm not urging you to do that, but I'm just giving an example as the play is stopped here for a measurement with 7:17 left after that Zach Harrod carry. Don Sloan, if you're thinking of an MVP, certainly Davis and Walker lit it up in the first half. Things have cooled off here in the second half. Ty Hess would have to be a guy you'd have to look at. How about Lau Burkhart for an unsung hero? He's been in on a number of big plays tonight. Caused that fumble, I believe. We'll check in with you here in a second, Don. First to Natalie Pasquarello.
Okay. Ryan, I hope you can hear me. I'm here with some Ty Hess fans. What do you guys think?
MVP. He's the man. MVP. 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 Ryan MVP.
Zach Harrod breaking loose.
Nice block. Wow.
Cut back at the 45, and he'll go all the way to the West Virginia 39-yard line. We've been waiting for him to break one tonight. Harrod getting some daylight. And his final high school football game wearing that Crusader helmet. 33 yards for number 32 into West Virginia territory.
I tell you, watch the block downfield. I mean, Zach does a great job. He's got great vision. Watch the nice move that he makes to the outside. He's got a little speed to be able to get there. But watch number 85. Nice block right here that enables him to get some additional yards. He's trying to make the cutback and just can't seem to do it. Hemmed in right there, but a great job that time by Zach Harrod and number 85, Willie Walker, blocking downfield.
Now flip it back. Walker down there, and the pass is intercepted. Kyle Winland, who played high school at Meadowbrook, threw it down there looking for Walker. Andy Kotzin with the interception out of John Marshall. So Ohio turns it over for the first time tonight. They go to a little trickery. Certainly Winland capable of throwing that ball, but West Virginia certainly not fooled. The Smitty's replay will show us the play.
Here you go. There's a little bit of trickery. Almost didn't have the handle on. I thought they were going to try to go to Davis down the sideline, but look at the great coverage right here. Wasn't fooled at all. Kotzin did a great job of staying with Walker all the way, made the interception. West Virginia has the ball again right outside their own 5-yard line.
And Piles will remain at quarterback. Josh Smith for a few out to the 10. All right, Don Sloan, we were trying to get to the point earlier. If you, my friend, are looking for an MVP tonight, it's got to be tough picking there on the Ohio sideline.
You definitely have to give a shout out to Willie Walker and Nate Davis. I mean, those two in the beginning of the game had such I still can't fathom how they were hooking up that well. And Walker made some great reads and adjustments on those catches. But just a couple other big plays to look at play-wise. I mean, Buddy Hines in the early going, couple of great big runs you had with Buddy Hines, and Sean West, a key interception when things were real close in the early going. And you talk about the play of Ty Hess and Willie Walker, another guy from Harrison Central, Gino Augustini. I've been watching him down here. His lateral pursuit on the line of scrimmage has been pretty phenomenal, and I believe he knocked out the fumble that Ty Hess recovered a bit ago. But I think you've got to go with Davis or Walker on your offensive side.
And Eddie McConnell, another one of your favorites, Don, making that stop there.
Well, he gets the blue ribbon. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Okay, we want to differentiate there. And again, if you're a Singular Wireless subscriber, you can text WV or OH to the number 678 and then reply with the jersey number for your nominated player, and we'll bring you the winner here as we close out our broadcast. Pyle's nowhere to go as he's stopped, and it's 4th down, and West Virginia will have to punt as we are inside of 5 minutes and counting here, and a player down for the West Virginia team. And with that, we'll take a break. 4:46 left. 22-0 Ohio on the Skybank scoreboard. We'll be back to Wheeling Island Stadium. Back to Wheeling Island Stadium, West Virginia in punt formation. It's Ryan Cadgett that sets a punt. Zach Harrod is at the West Virginia 44-yard line, set to receive this one. Pressure coming, and they nearly got it.
I think they may have got it.
It's up in the air. This is Casey Orndorff.
Yeah, they got a piece of it.
At the 8-yard line, we'll try to get a number on who deflected that ball. A 5-yard punt and a 7-yard return. So a net of -2, and that's been a theme tonight for West Virginia. We'll talk about that in a moment. First to Natalie Pascarella.
Hey guys, and I'm joined now by Mr. Eric Miner. I see a lot of you, Eric, at the station. Eric, you know, I'm from the Valley as well, and I know a lot about how high school football is such a big deal. Talk a little bit about to high school football.
Well, as we've said a couple times throughout the broadcast, WC All-Star football game, and that is, to me, the height of an honor that a TV station can be given, is to be such a big part of such a storied game with such importance to so many people. Not just, of course, we does a decade or so, as a matter of fact, but now we're presenting this game to the world on the World Wide Web.
World Wide Web.
That's an incredible honor.
We were talking about the emails we've received tonight, just from people watching even overseas, soldiers and things like that. We have an email actually right here from a mother who says she just wanted to pass on a note that her son is in the Air Force. He says thanks for the football game. He was pleasantly surprised to get to watch it, and it's so exciting to know that people overseas are watching this live online.
Well, the first email we got was from somebody living in Gehenna. Now we've gotten one from Iraq, and now from someone in the United Arab Emirates. So this game is going worldwide. It's a thrill. We're very proud to be a part of it.
I am as well. Thanks so much, Eric. Back to you, Ryan.
2nd and goal from the 3. Jeremy Presley, who carried it last time, will try to break out of the pile this time. Will be brought down back at the 9-yard line. That was Matt Saran of Madonna with the penetration, and he'll get credited with the stop.
Got Kuczynski in a quarterback right now, and we're not seeing any width out of this offensive formation at all. This will be a 3rd down and goal situation. Jeremy Presley from Steubenville Big Red at the tailback position right now. Kuczynski at quarterback, and the big kid from Beaver Local, Jim Bowersock, is still in at the fullback position. And a little bit of unbalanced line here.
Kuczynski on the roll. Come back the other way. And finally brought down back at the 23 as Mike Buffo will get credit for his 2nd sack of the night. And it looks like Steve Rose is going to come on to try to put the first points of the 2nd half on the scoreboard. It's been a scoreless 2nd half here tonight.
I'll tell you, this is going to be about a 39-yard field goal. And I'll tell you, the snaps have not been real good so far, for him, for the 3 touchdowns that Ohio has scored in this game. All, as you said, Ryan, in the first half. So The snap has got to be good. The placement by the holder has got to be good. To give Big Steve Rose an opportunity to nail this 39-yard field goal. There was, snap was high, couldn't get it down, and did not give Rose an opportunity to really make the kick.
And keep in mind where that drive started after the deflected punts. It's not going to mean much here with less than 2 minutes left as far as the significance of the outcome of this game. But it started at the 8-yard line of West Virginia.
And it finishes at the 30.
Right, outside the 30 after Brandon Sperlazza came from the backside to bring down Kyle Warden, who was the holder there, who had to try feverishly to get that ball down. And now West Virginia will go back to work, trying, if nothing else at this point, to
Josh Sims is in at quarterback now.
And here's Sims, who gained more yardage, total yardage offensively than anyone else in the entire state of West Virginia in 2005. And as we said earlier, he's going to try his hand as an invited walk-on at WVU. As a lot of these guys, this will be the final moments they play football. Others will go off to college, like Nate Davis, who will go to Ball State, where he's already been practicing, and he says that he expects, at least what they're telling him, is that he will see time in that first game, maybe even as early as the second series. A number of players will stay local at West Liberty State College, where they have a plethora of freshman talent coming in, many of them on this field here tonight. Sims with all day and decides to run it, and he'll be out of bounds. Clock will stop with 1 minute and 3 seconds. For us, this just kicks off our 2006 season. We will have 16 games.
Wow.
Coming your way this coming year.
16 games.
One of them.
Wow, what a schedule.
One of them will be right here. Opening night, Wheeling Park and Bellaire. We'll also have Steubenville Big Red and Akron Buchtel that same opening night. And there you see our broadcast schedule. As we take you through it, both of those games, the 24th and 25th, will be played on Thursday the 24th. The Bellaire Wheeling Park game will not be shown until the following night, and our schedule wraps up with a triple header, the final weekend of our season, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday games. So off we go for another season of high school football.
Well, it's 4th down and 5 for West Virginia. They're at their own 35-yard line with about 58 seconds left to go in the game. See what Coach Meek's going to do.
West Virginia has called timeouts, as they'll take one final crack at it, trying to get on the scoreboard here.
They'll
Ohio
take a shot at it, and I think if Ohio gets the ball back, Ryan, you'll probably see the Ohio quarterback just take a knee.
Ohio's last shutout in this series came in 2001 when they blanked West Virginia 36-0. Well, the fans, the Singular Wireless customers, have spoken, and they have text messaged, I guess you would say. And Don Sloan has the results.
Well, you can hear the fans up here chanting Sackmaster. Here he is, Ty Hess of Bellaire, the Singular Wireless player of the game, as voted on by the fans tonight. A complete fan vote. So, buddy, I think you impressed some people tonight.
Oh, I tried my best, but I can't take all the honors by myself. My linemen, the people that the backs that helped me get to the quarterback by guarding receivers, I need all their help. I didn't do it by myself. I had help.
I know the offense, they take pride in scoring a lot of points, but I think you guys take pride in that goose egg up there on that scoreboard.
Yeah, that's the best thing that's happened all week. But Gilmore from Steubenville, he's a tank. Just got to get that one out there. But the goose egg is the best thing that's happened since we lost Colonel Mooney.
Ty Hess talking about being MVP tonight, and Eddie McConnell talking about some of his teammates. But Ty Hess tonight, your Singular Wireless MVP as voted on by the fans tonight. Ty Hess, your MVP. Back up to you guys.
And I wanted him check to see if he has a cell phone on him. He wasn't voting for himself. No, he wouldn't do that. As you saw, a turnover on downs as West Virginia went to a little trickery. Evan Hewitt's pass out of the backfield was incomplete. And one stat we want to pass along tonight, and this is indicative of how dominant Ohio has been defensively. West Virginia has had 10 plays resulting in negative yardage for a total of 37 negative yards. That's why there's a goose egg on the scoreboard.
The Ohio defense really did a good job. Defensively, their defensive backs played extremely well. J.J. Kuczynski holding down the free safety spot did a great job. Their corners did a good job on their wide receivers. And certainly can't fault anybody on that defensive side of the ball. Defensive line did a good job of penetrating, and the linebackers did a good job of pursuing to the football. Just an all-around good team effort on the part of the Ohio defensive unit.
Zach Harrod, maybe his final carry. Looks as if it'll be his final carry in a high school uniform. J.J. Kuczynski, who's off to college to play wide receiver at John Carroll, will most likely take his final snap as a quarterback here in a high school football uniform. And this 2006 OVAC All-Star game will be in the history books with one final kneel down. Ohio, or maybe not, Buddy Hines will take it one final time. And West Virginia, when a late flag comes in, and we're going to try to undo some things here before things get ugly, which we don't want to see. Flags on the play. Both of the teams are now out on the field. We're hoping cooler heads will prevail here as
they're out there. They're just going to be shaking hands, and everything will be fine.
Rusty Vermillion and his staff of officials out to separate them, and that appears to be it. We did see that marker come in, but that'll do it. We will be back to wrap things up as Ohio wins it 22-0, blanking West Virginia on the Skybank scoreboard. We'll come back to Wheeling Island Stadium after this. So Ohio has won 11 of 12 OVAC All-Star games tonight, 22-0 on the Skybank scoreboard. Don Sloan down on the field with a victorious head coach for the second time in this game, Rick Goodrich. Don?
Thanks, Ron. I'm with Rick Goodrich, head coach, not only the Cambridge Bobcats, but the Ohio All-Stars tonight. And Goody, what an effort by you guys. Offensively, getting it done with the big play, and defensively, pitching the shutout.
Yeah, I thought the first half offense and defense was clicking throughout. Second half, the defense hung in there and kept the shutout. The offense, we tried a couple different things and got different people in different positions. And, we kind of hurt ourselves, but defense held tough, and, we got the victory.
And the big plays in the first half, Buddy Hines with the long run, and, of course, you can't say enough about the Davis to Walker combination.
Yeah, we knew coming in we had a home run capability with those guys. They're both athletes. They, know each other pretty well, and it was just a timing factor and good athletes making good plays.
Rick Goodrich, Ohio head coach. We send it back up to you in the booth.
All right, Don, and we will send it across the field to the West Virginia sideline. Eric Meek, who won this game on the Ohio side, suffers his first loss as an All-Star coach, and he's standing by with Eric Miner.
All right, Ryan, thanks very much. As you said, I am here with head coach Eric Meek. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, it was a hard-hitting game. A great week. I would certainly encourage anyone that has a chance to participate in this game as a player, coach, cheerleader, band member, whatever, to do it. They have a very good football team over there. We knew that going in, and we really played hard. We didn't quit. We could have folded at halftime. We kept playing. It ended up 0-0 in the second half. And, real proud of the kids. I thought it was a good couple little shoves after the play. But overall, I thought it was a real clean game and hard-hitting game.
I liked your post-game message. You talked to these guys about keeping in touch with their with the friends they've made this week. You've been a part of this game for more than a decade.
Right. Well, I think you got to look at the big picture. We're going to be fighting like crazy to win games here coming another month throughout the fall. Every team will in the Ohio Valley. And we wanted to win tonight. We didn't, but you got to look at the big picture, and that is the relationships that were formed here this week, more so than this game tonight. In the dorm, playing cards at night, place. I don't even know what all the different games are called, PlayStation, that type of thing. Really saw kids on both sides develop some friendships, and they need to. If they throw them friendships away, then this week was a waste. We don't want that.
All right, head coach Eric Meek from West Virginia, thank you very much. We'll head back up to the booth one last time, guys.
Eric Miner, thanks. Natalie Pasquarella, thanks. Don Sloan, thanks for all of your help, and for our entire crew here tonight. So many people putting hours and hours of effort into this tonight to bring you live coverage of the 35th Annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by WTOV9 and Sky Bank. Once again, Ohio wins it 22-0. They improve to 38-11-1 in this series. Coach Wilinski, we'll see you in about a month for the game of the week.
Looking forward to it.
And for the coach, Rich Wilinski, and our entire crew, I'm Ryan Recker saying thanks so much for watching on WTOV9 and on WTOV9.com. Good night.